I don't even know what this is, actually, so we're going to find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the early presidents of the United States.
You look a little weird there, George.
A little peek it. Wow.
Adam, somebody should have gave you a comb, man. Look at that fuzz.
Yeah, really. You got the Larry Fine hairdo.
Question everything, especially
God,
Man,
how.
looks like Newsom.
Looks like Gavin Newsom.
He does. That's what I was thinking.
They all look like Gavin Newsom. I wonder if they've done this with current presidents looking like presidents from the 1800s.
No.
That would be cool.
I think you should have put him in the old clothes.
Yeah.
Somebody in the View, he's related to him.
Really?
Dude.
Andrew Jackson. Named after Jackson Hole, Mississippi, I do believe. He was named after a piece of furniture, wasn't he? Martin Van Bureau.
The Constitution leaves no room for doubt.
It's the Doug.
Results matter more than applause.
Is that James Kirk? Oh. Thank God they didn't anything Spillard Millmore. Jesus. He didn't never get that. So. He's got the Superman curl, Peter. Constructive Reconstruction. Well, there's a good president. I bet he was a Democrat. Yeah, it was definitely a Democrat. Yeah, and he messed with the banks. Got shot in the gut for it. We won again. He pulled a Trump. Won a term, skipped a term, won a term.
speak boldly, act boldly, live boldly.
I thought he said speak softly and carry a stick. That's Woody Harrelson's dad, isn't it? Look at them touching their picture. He invented the beer cooler. Smart move. Fall back on.
Okay.
I think they're missing a few, right?
That was a very weird thing, people. Don't. Oh no, we got something else coming up now. But that was very, very. I don't know.
Very, very interesting.
It was definitely different. I'm not sure how you want to call it different. By the way, this is the chat, and we do have another song coming up, so we're going to play that in just a second. But I'm still kind of weirding out about that one a little bit. I thought it would have been a little more, I don't know, hanky panky in it or something. Not hanky panky, some hijinks or something. I don't know. What's that?
I think it was more like a thingamajiggy for just history, really. See what they would look like if they were around today, you know?
So we're going to see what this one would look around if it was around today. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Something different to watch.
Ooh.
If you're under the age of 21, please close your eyes at this time. Her AI version, anyway.
Well, yeah, yes, the original, the actual Julian Blaylock isn't as jiggly as the AI version.
Well, I cranked up my warp drive, but the dang thing sputtered out.
Sputtered
Like
out,
spin
boy.
duct tape is what it's all about. Trib's in the engine room, cussing at the pipes. He's hollering this warp core runs like a rusty dirt bike.
Hello.
Like we're star trucking through the galaxy, y'all. Beaming hogs and hound dogs into shuttle bay stalls. Captain Archer's got his beagle riding shotgun by his side. On the Redneck Enterprise, we take the back road.
That actually happened on the show.
But if Paul's trying yoga, saying logic every day, but the crew keeps staring, Lord, she can't get away. Oh, she's learning Klingon.
Damn,
cussing every line.
Oh, she's not that stacked in real
got a
life.
word for beer, just don't sit right in her mind. We're start trucking through the galaxy, y'all. Drinking Romulan shine till we stumble and fall. Going wrestling Friday nights, telling Vulcans, hold my beer on the Redneck Enterprise. Yeehaw, warp us out of here.
Oh, Lauren.
Now Malcolm's got his face pistol propped up on the bar. He's shooting skeet with photon shells like a honky-tonk star. Mirror Universe shows up looking country club clean. Travis strolls in hauling cornbread and baked beans. We're trucking through the galaxy, y'all. Fixing transporters with
Oh, he's from the original. Oh, yeah. All right.
Space the final trail apart. That's where we roam. The Redneck Enterprise.
That guy.
Long neck beer feels just like home.
It's when Trump's
He's
president.
pregnant with alien twins.
I'm 65,
Oh,
and today I'm
Lord.
switching from doing nothing.
Welcome back, everyone, to the chat. I hope y'all enjoyed a little interlude there, taking us in. Well, I couldn't call it interlude because we're bringing us in, but anyway, we've been playing some just different stuff lately. Is that Jack? Yes, no, definitely different stuff. Well, it's kind of fun. Well, you don't have to be all that serious. I
Silly
mean,
goofiness on a Saturday evening.
we get serious, but we can be goofy too. There ain't no rules against that. Last I checked. Carrie Ray. Yeah,
And
we
you know,
actually.
maybe the audience doesn't know, but it's not easy being goofy.
It's
It's
not.
a
It takes
struggle.
work.
You got to work at it
It takes work. Heidi knows, man. It takes work.
and practice. Lots of practice.
Katarina. No. Oh no. What's her name? Oh no, I forgot her name. Anyway. She knows what I'm talking about. No, we are taking auditions for this show for News and the Flip Side. Now it's different requirements. News and the Flip Side, you kind of got to know your politics. Doesn't matter what side you want to take, you just got to know your politics.
Yeah.
It would be better if you're like a centrist or a righty. Just not that the audience is more middle than it is left, yeah. But you can be a lefty. You just got to know your stuff because you know these
Current
days.
show hosts are a little more middle than they are left or right.
Yeah, but you got to be careful with the lefty thing because right now lefties are
not very well looked upon. Well, I mean,
yeah.
there's a difference between lefty and there's a difference between extreme left. Extremist liberal.
Not like they used to be. Today it seems to be a little. It used to be, I'd say, 20% of the party was just they're far left, but it's more like 50% of the party now. Now the party is shrinking. Remember, 3.3 million people left the Democratic Party this year.
Yeah, all the sane ones are leaving, and the kooks are left behind.
I think 2.5 million of them went to the Republicans.
Wow.
And then Virginia did some restructuring of their laws to so they could have more Democratic votes, but it looked like it's going to backfire and give them more red seats. So that's kind of weird. The one in California is going to be charged. It's going to be changed. It's going to go in front of the appeals court probably in the next month or two. And then if that doesn't win, it'll be in front of the Supreme Court. But that's going to probably get overturned.
Right now, for as far as restructuring or what do they call it, redistricting, whatever, the Republicans look like they have the upper hand. If all the Republican states do it, they will have control of the state or the Senate and the Republican House probably for the next 50, 60 years.
You know, the Democrats are in trouble. And I keep hearing bragging every day. Oh, look how good we did. And y'all did win some seats. I ain't going to lie, but you didn't win anything that changed anything. And we haven't gotten to the big election yet. And we don't forget, people, economy. And now people are starting to feel the economy. And they were feeling it bad. Now they feel it's changing. The recent polls say a lot of Americans realize the economy. First off, gas is way cheaper. Doesn't matter where you live in the United States, you're paying at least $1 less a gallon. Some people are paying even less than that.
$3.09 in Maryland, $2.99 here in PA.
So it's So I was talking to a friend of mine in Heartland a couple months ago. He said they were paying about $1.20 more than they're paying right now. We were paying about $1.20 more than we are right now. We're below $2 now, so it's that's gonna keep coming down. Yeah, it's gonna. Well, we can get an 18 pack of eggs now, large dozen eggs for $2.72, and you can get the super large for $3.69. Most of them are double yolked. For 18, that's not for a dozen. You get a dozen for like $1.50. Yeah, the only thing that's still high here, I mean, everything, there's still stuff it needs to go down more, but ground meat, I should say beef, is not moving downward. It's trending the other way. Yeah, it's trending the other way. It's just, and I don't know, we produce our own beef down here. I still don't know why it's trending the other way. It's ground meat down here is around $6 a pound. Now you can catch it like at Claiborne Hill. They do these specials where it's about $3.50 a pound. So you can stock up when it gets to that price. But And they do the same thing with steak. All the steaks are expensive right now, but they do wholes or halves where you can buy a whole rack of ribeyes. It'll cost you about $149. You'll get about 18. I'm telling you, get about 14 2-inch ribeyes out of it. You can buy a half fillet for about $40. You'll get about 8 or 10 2-inch fillets out of it. So I mean, those kind of things come in handy. I used to buy them all the time. I just ain't had. I gotta get a damn car if I do anything else. Unless somebody wants to give me a pretty truck or something. Yeah. No, I'm nothing hot, man. No, I'm nothing hot. What are you talking about? Oh wait, we're not. I'm not on cam. Sorry, I thought I was on cam. No, you should be able to hear some rumble now.
There was a question that went across Facebook that I answered earlier today, and the question was: you go into a parking lot, a car parking, car sales parking lot to buy a car. The parking lot has any car you want, and all of the cars are the same price. What car would you immediately walk away with? I wrote down 1973 Ford Australia plant Falcon XB GT Coupe.
This is getting crazy.
Mad Max's car.
It's oh no, I'd be happy with a nice 4-door F-150 with a moonroof. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The thing is, you can buy whatever vehicle you wanted. I mean, that would be the first thing I would do. Is I would buy a brand new factory Australia Ford Falcon. The Ford. So everyone always said that the Australian Ford Falcon was the Mustang, and people were always complained about it that it wasn't. Well, it was. The reason why they didn't call it the Mustang was because it's just the way Ford was. What people don't realize, if you're not a Ford guy, and I'm not, I'm just a good historian. The first Mustangs, the first few years of Mustangs, the framework they were built on was the Ford America plant Falcon, which was a more boxier sedan, not a sports car.
Yeah.
In Australia, it was just strictly they didn't have that boxy look. They had it looks like the Mustang Mach 1 fastback. That's what the Ford Falcon was in Australia in 1973. It was just a Mustang fastback on a Ford Australia plant Falcon body. And they were cool as shit.
It's I think I'd be happy.
Steering wheel's on the wrong side of the vehicle too, by the way, according to American.
Well, yeah, because it's from the colony, man.
Left-hand drive.
It was for the colony. What do you mean, Jackie? Brits drive on one side, we drive on the other side.
Our vehicles, we drive on the right side of the road, and we drive on the right side of the vehicle. Oh, sorry, we drive on the left side of the vehicle. They drive on the left side of the vehicle, but they drive on the right-hand side of the vehicle.
Remember, so the roads are flip-flopped over there. So if you ever go over there, if you're in the right lane and going one way, you're probably going the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well, it's just, I don't know. I think they did that just to be difficult since we invented the car.
Yes, I believe so.
There was no other reason for it because we invented the car. We're the ones that were setting up the roads, and America's got far more road than Britain does. Jesus, I imagine one state has more road than England does. I've been listening to these people.
I bet New Jersey has more streets than England does.
It's I've been listening to these four guys. There's two of them came over about 2 years ago. They've been going back and forth, and it's a couple, and they came over because they always heard all this smack about the U.S. But now they got over here, they don't fell in love. They don't want to go home. They're applying for visas, and they do a lot of
aliens, eh? Boot them out.
They do a lot of comparisons against things we do, things they do. So, like in English, so they don't rinse their dishes after they put them in the soap, they clean them, and then they put them on the rack. They don't rinse them off. He said nobody does. And then I was listening to the other guy. He said nobody does. He said we were taught to clean them. I'm like, why are you eating soap? What the bleep? Maybe they get some kind of different soap there than we got. No, I'm rinsing them, man. It shit'll taste like whatever we use, Ajax or Tide or Palmolive. I forgot what I use, but
kind of gross.
It's gonna taste like that, man. I don't know. No, that's okay for me. And the guy kept saying, he said, because per capita, U.S. holds less passports than almost any country in the world. And nobody could figure out why. The guy's like, I'll tell you why. He said, they got 50 countries here. He said, they don't need to go anywhere else. He said, then if they want to go just exploring, they got Alaska and Hawaii. He said, America. He said,
well, and Canada, I mean, even though it's not really a state.
Nah, but it's not. He's talking about just inside.
There.
If it's just in the continental USA is all he's talking about.
Yeah.
And it like England will fit inside the United States without Alaska 8 times or 10 times, I think. He's like, he goes, he was talking to his friends, said, well, we're going to go take a drive today. It'd be 2 hours there, 2 hours back. He said, if you drive 5 in England, you're already on the other side of the island, man.
No, that's from top to bottom. If you go
left
to right, it's probably only take 3 hour drive. He's like, top to bottom, maybe it's 5 hours.
He said, we got 5 countries. He said, they're all kind of the same. He said, basically, they're the same thing. He said,
the terrain's all the same, pretty much.
He said, the United States, he said, every state is different. Y'all even got different laws. He said, they're like just little mini countries. He's like, he said, a lot of your states are bigger than, our country and a lot of other English countries. I mean, a lot of other European countries. Well, that's why we don't need to travel. And you have to remember, Europe is old and dirty. The United States is new and pretty. Yeah, y'all are old. Why do you think they call us the new world and y'all are old world? Because y'all are old world, we're the new world. And y'all been fucking things up basically for 3,000 years, so it's our turn. We've only had a chance for 200 years. England's, 2,000 years old?
Something like that, yeah.
No, I'm just saying, y'all been fucking things up for a long time. It's our things. Oh, China, you can't say nothing either. You've been fucking things up for 5,000 years. Same thing for you, Egypt. Shut the fuck up. You've been fucking things up for 5,000 years. The whole Middle East, just shut up. Y'all been fucking at things much longer than we have. Give us a chance.
You all have been fighting over a worthless piece of dirt for 12,000 years.
If y'all would pay attention to America, the whole world could be a free world, happy, doing its own thing world. No peace without the destruction of liberalism. I don't know about the destruction of it, but it needs to be. What needs to happen is, okay, you've got these radical people out there, the blue-haired people. I like to call them, but they're not all blue-haired. I just like to call them that. But they want to be radicalized. They're already mad, hateful about whatever, somebody shit on their life, or they're fat and ugly, or gay and ugly, or just plain stupid. But I'm not talking about because they're gay, just because they're gay and ugly. The ugly is what does them in. If you're a good-looking gay guy, good-looking girl, a lesbian, you're gonna probably be happy. But you like old, fat, ugly thing that nobody wants to talk to, that's a whole different ballgame. And that's what you see out on the streets. You don't really see these really pretty people out at these protests. Look for yourself. There might be one, but the majority of these people are just, the crap of society. And why would we listen to the crap of society is beyond me. The world needs to change.
Yeah.
And it needs to change quickly, because if it don't, it's going to get bad fast. What do you mean? Who's the next president of the United States? Either J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio.
Yeah, probably Vance at this point.
If not, no, Newsom's going to probably go to jail.
Who is?
Newsom.
I would predict Newsom, Waltz, and Fry, and probably what's her face, the mayor of Los Angeles, probably also going to go to jail.
Newsom, they're looking into his ties with the fire stuff, and then they're looking into his ties with the light speed rail, the high speed rail that's only got 1,500 feet.
Yeah, the magnetic bullet train.
It's looking bad.
He was supposed to build a bullet train. They gave him, what did they give him? He get $50 billion for the project. They spent, I think, all of it, and they only had 15 miles of track. And their reasoning was, because it goes so fast, we figured we don't go so far, so there's less chance of people dying. What a moron. He pocketed probably half of that.
What's that, Jimmy? Stama's going to give an F-35 to China. Yeah.
Who is?
He's the head of England. That would be considered an act of war. It would.
Yeah.
We would bomb every military base on the island, and we would go after wherever that plane was, whether it was in China or not. No, we're not going to give them that kind of technology. And it would definitely be considered an act of war.
Yeah.
Why do you think America don't give people the ability to make their own parts for all the jets that we sell? You have to get your parts.
Same reason the aliens won't give us their laser guns, because we would absolutely kill ourselves with it.
Well, having a jet and backwards engineering a jet's an entirely different thing. You can do a lot of analysis, but you might know these chemicals are like this or like that, or this might do this or that, but without really understanding how it all works, it's not going to be that easy. But we're not going to let somebody have one anyway. Yeah, we would consider that an act of war. Mm-hmm. Even if it was an ally, it wouldn't matter, because we would have considered that ally breached a sacred trust. Well, to be frank about this, it's the reason we don't put the F-22 up for sale, because we don't trust our allies enough. Because F-35 is advanced and beastified. It is. And even though it came out after the F-35, it is half the aircraft of the F-35. The F-22. The F-22 is just a whole different kind of aircraft. It's what the new 47 is based off of.
It's one dimensional, though, in that it's only a snub fighter. The F-35 is the multi-platform. It can be a bomber. It can be a fighter.
Oh no! What are you talking about? F-22s are FAs, fighter attack. They can be a bomber too.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a single platform.
No, see, both of them are technically single platforms, because just like the F-22, the F-35, if it puts an exterior payload on, it's no longer stealth.
Right.
So if it's interior payload, then it's just a fighter. It's nothing else. You can't hold big enough missiles in the payload to be considered an attack. You have to have those have to be mounted to the wings. And once you mount those to the wings, you lose your stealth ability. So either plane can do it. It's just the F-22 F-22 is not even fly by wire. It's past even that. What do you mean what I'm talking about? So all of our new planes have been for a while. They're fly by wire. And a lot of your cars are. And what that means is there's no physical connection between you steering and whatever's making the flaps go up and down, the hydraulic system. You're actually connected to electronics that's sending signals. There's no physical connection. Yeah, it hasn't been like that for a while, because technically, as long as everything's working right, it's a much faster connection than if you're pulling a cable or turning a knob or having to have a gear pull or a hydraulic piston.
Yeah.
Pull a lever. And anything with fluids can leak. So this also makes the planes a lot harder to damage. Even if you hit an aileron or a flap or something or a fin, as long as there's no fluid in it, probably you can still fly with it like that. As long as the electronics are working, the wires aren't cut. And a lot of that's fly by wire. So it's getting sophisticated, yeah. But the F-22 is more than that. The F-22 doesn't even have a joystick or a steering wheel. It doesn't even have a missile select button
or pedals.
Everything is, they got this helmet they put on, and everything is done that way. So let's say you have a Su-57 coming up on you, which is probably one of the most advanced jets on the planet besides ours. It's even more advanced than what the Chinese have. And it's a cruising fast. Now you got the time, he's got to reach down, grab his joystick, push it over, reach over, select what missiles are going to fire, and then hit the missile launch button. By the time he's thought that, you're going to hit select FM1, fire.
You're dead.
He hasn't even hit his joystick yet. He's dead, because they're thinking they're flying by thought. It's why we won't give the F-22 to anybody.
It is the Firefox of the movie.
Yeah. We rarely even let them go outside the USA. We are, and there's only 189 of them, so we're very protective of those jets, because they just do things that nobody else's jets can do. The Chinese aren't even close with their fifth gen, their Gen 5s. And that new Gen 6 thing we were talking about yesterday with the 3 engine, that thing sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Well, I think you're starting to see this with the Chinese now. The U.S. now has decided to start pushing back. And when we build technology, we build it different. We have companies all over the place. They have to rely on through the government, which we all know going through the government, whether it's a communist government or not, it sucks. It takes a lot more effort, a lot more money, a lot more paperwork. Meanwhile, SpaceX is like, watch this. And Dean Space.
Look
I
at us
wish
go.
if everybody's got $100 million they want to give me, I'd like to buy into SpaceX. Well, right now it's only private investors, but I hear it's going to go private. I mean, public. Oh, it'd be so nice to own stock in SpaceX when it goes public. You're going to make a fortune.
Yeah.
So between
If you can get in.
Tesla, well, if it goes public, anybody can get in. But
No, I mean when it does go public, a lot of rich people are going to buy into it, so it's going to go up fast. If you don't get in on the ground floor, you're not going to get in unless you're rich.
Anyway, it goes. It's going to start out pretty high to start off with. It's not going to be a cheap.
Yeah, I think so.
SpaceX is too advanced. Yes, we talked about that last night about the Chinese are building a weapon to shoot down Starlink.
Aren't they really?
So Starlink, maybe then now you see you're going to force Elon into doing things to protect his satellites.
No. I think what will happen is it will force him to reveal that his satellite network is self-sufficient, and then it defends itself. It has laser that it can shoot something down with.
Oh, I bet he does something else. I bet you he deploys some type of bot that runs in between 8 or 10, because I do believe you're right. He does have something on those satellites, but I don't think he can let it out yet. So he'll have to do something else. He's saving that for a final play, and up against the Chinese, that's a waste of a.
When he goes full on 100% Drax, they'll all point the Earth and just hit it with laser beams, incinerating everything in every continent for.
Yeah, somewhere, some little lady's keeping a list of all Elon's enemies, and when the time comes, he's gonna melt them all.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Who was that? Bill Gates. Oh, it don't look like Bill no more. That's okay. His wife.
Burn hole in the ground from a laser.
Oh, that crybaby. Oh, I'm so sorry. I ever got caught with Epstein. I mean, going to Epstein's. Oh, I should have. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, fuck you, you pervert. You probably one of them face baby eaters.
Oh God.
No, Janine. The ones that go to Bohemian Grove supposedly have to be compromised in one of two ways. Either they have eaten the baby in some sort of way. Yes, no, seriously. They said Hillary. Dean said Hillary almost just bathed in a kid's blood. And then the other ones are usually other ways, like with Epstein, being compromised, pedophile, or like with Diddy being, he butt fucked the whole entire time and just basically abused. So they keep all that stuff to keep him, because once you learn the secrets, there's something they got to do something to keep you from talking about them.
Yeah. It's either you're in all the way or they kill you.
Michael Jean, I know who you're talking about, but what do you mean China? China is China's got a lot to deal with. They didn't expect Trump the first time. They didn't know how to deal with him, and they don't know how to deal with him this time. She's not sure how to deal with him. He's calling Putin, how do you deal with him? Well, just be a dick. That's how I deal with him. And he's like, yeah. Mm-hmm. But Russia doesn't have anything we really want. Other than he did say he was going to get a new treaty with Russia so we don't blow each other off the face of the planet. It's with nuclear weapons. What is that, Jax? Nah. Don't worry. If the end of the world comes like they say it will, you won't even know it. You'll just be like, wow.
It'll be over.
How did I get here? Just hope you're in the right spot. Hope it's like white, flowy breezes, warm skin, touching things, beautiful people all around you. Because if you get there and it's hot and sticky, and you're probably in hell. So, and you're not even going to know why you got there, man, because you just got nuked. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gloria, I agree with you. If you get nuked, you should get to skip hell, but I don't think it works that way. Yeah. I don't really know. No, it's weird. I just don't. We can all move to Florida. Yeah. Florida's a beautiful place. It really is. And you know, if you're a Californian, the only thing you'll miss in Florida is the mountains.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very flat. There are no hills, no
Yeah,
mountains, no skiing.
yeah. But all fairness, Georgia has some beautiful mountains.
Yeah.
So and they're right there. If you're in Pensacola, you're about 6 hours if you drive from some very beautiful mountains. If you fly, less than an hour. Yeah, because Atlanta's right there. Just pop right into Atlanta, rent a car, and go.
Mm-hmm. Atlanta's in the mountains, actually.
Yeah, it is. You find out if you ever go to Dragon Con, people. Lord have mercy. It is up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah, the hotel.
It looks kind of like San Francisco, not quite as steep on the hills, but it's a very hilly area.
And it don't stop, man. It just goes on and on. Hills up and down, up and down, up and down. Find you some flat ground, walk around. I bet you that was some really pretty valleys back in the day.
Oh,
Now it's
yeah.
an ugly ass, nasty, dirty city.
Hmm.
When I stay, I usually stay at the Hilton. Why? Well, Hilton's not expensive, and I usually get a suite, which is around $150. They're usually about $350, but you can get a deal on them for about $150. So you get the bedroom; it's separate. It usually has a tub, a shower, and it's usually a garden tub and a shower right next to each other. And you get a private bedroom, and then you get the whole living room with the couch and chairs and desk and all. And the couch folds out if you want somebody sleeping there. It's a nice setup, yeah. Little mini bar and breakfast nook.
It's the most filmed hotel lobby for movie sets of any hotel lobby.
It's crazy. Joseph, we have found your great grandfather. Really? Well, okay, that's cool.
Put him back. He's not supposed to be out of the ground.
I'm just kind of wondering there, people. Oh, no, I am I subscribe to Ancestry. I had my DNA done. It's funny. I had my DNA done, and about a year later, it changed. Somewhat, yeah. I became more Italian and more Irish, Scottish, Welsh. So when you hear them say Irish, Scottish, Welsh, Brit, you can also say that you were a Viking, or you can
just say Northern Islander.
Yeah, or you can also say you're one of the berserkers or something. That's all came out of all those areas. Why do you say Viking? Because Viking conquered all of that. Yeah. All that coastline was theirs for a long time.
William of Orange conquered all of that, didn't he?
They were humping and pumping all up and down that coast. Well, no, dude, they made it. I know for a fact they made it all the way to the Middle East. Well, let's see. The Vikings made it to the Middle East, and they made it to
all the way
the
to
Americas.
Minnesota.
Yeah, and they made it to the Americas. So I mean, it's. Yeah, they just didn't have good leadership. They could have owned a big part of the world.
The problem was they were drunks.
You know, because they would have had Greenland and Iceland and already would have.
They were smart enough. Yeah, they were smart enough to name Greenland because it was icy, so people would go there first. And Iceland because it was green, and they didn't want people to go there, so they could keep it for themselves. That was brilliant. But other than that, they pretty much drank themselves to death.
Yeah, you know, their lives are short. You gotta have some fun when you have a short life.
Yeah, when you only live to 35 and you drink, incessantly 7 days a week, you're not going to live past 27.
Oh, Dane, I don't know. I had a no. You mean when I found out what so I thought I was going to be a mutt. 7 DNAs and I'll make you a mutt. I thought for sure. I said, yeah, my family.
You know that? You know how you tell if you're a mutt?
So I'm thinking,
sweat, you're a mutt.
So I get my DNA back and it's 5 instead of 7. I was like, wow, okay, well that's a little less. Well, because they fudge a little bit, so it's like 30-something% Italian, and then it's 40-something. I think it's 37% Italian, and then they did Sicily different. It was like 5% Sicilian. I was like, well, what's Sicilian's Italian? What the fuck? And then it was 42%. British, Scottish, Irish, Welsh, English. Yeah, because it's all the same fucking island. That's why. And so that's 80-something%. And then the rest were from the Mediterranean.
I bet if I do mine, I'll find out that I'm somewhat percentage of of Belgian, and I only say that because I'm fluent in Belch.
Yeah, that's funny, but that's not going to help. It's, what Dean? Yeah, I know. It was somebody just smacked him in the head for that. No, I'll look and see. Maybe I'll find another Star Trek. We got to go to break in a few minutes, but yeah, maybe we'll. No, all the shows are up. Just nothing. You can get all the shows. Yeah, we're up to schedule and everything. The only thing that hasn't been posted is this. Well, if I haven't posted Arthur's Quill to SoundCloud yet, but it is posted to YouTube and Rumble and all of that, so you can get it there. How much to have a show on the network? The best thing to do is write me at icar@cox.net and tell me what you're looking for. I can't really quote your price over air when I don't even have a clue what you're looking for. Base minimum for a 1 hour show on a no time slot is probably about $100. I believe that's what that ad's running right now. That's fixing to go up, so you better jump on that while you can. Yeah, there's an ad on the iCar page. It's $100, but I mean not the iCar page, on the United Public Radio page. But pretty soon, I'm getting ready to start working on the website. After a couple of days, that's going to change to $125. Hey, when everything starts coming down, I'll start coming down. What do you mean? What does it cover? Because of everything. The only thing it doesn't cover is getting your guests for you. Everything else, and we do have a fee for that if you want somebody to do your guests for you. But that's, you might as well. Well, it depends on the guest you want, and it depends what the subject matter is. Yes, because different guests cost, well, you can get a lot of guests for free, but a lot of them take more work to get than others do.
Especially the famous ones.
Well, it'll be an hour show in probably an early time slot. Yeah, well, until we split to the United Public side, most of the evening slots are taken. Well, actually, not most, all of them are. There are 2 late night slots, but they're expensive slots. They're after Wednesday and Thursday shows. They're like $1,500-$1,800 a piece. Because Wednesday, if you do the whole audience for Wednesday, it's almost 10 million. Thursday is almost a little bit less, but it's about 8 million. So, you just don't get a show. You don't get to be the end show that day for free. No. Yeah, because you have potential having a huge audience. If your show's
you're following a bunch of other shows that are established for years on that same slot times.
So people are going to sit and listen to you for a while because they're going to wonder why we put you there. But if you don't have a good show, they'll just say, well, screw you. Well, you can tell, like when Jay and I do a boring show, you'll see the audience is way smaller than when we have a good show. Well, we need to get back on guests, but regardless, you can tell a difference when people like it and when people don't.
Yeah,
and then they have the delayed reaction shows, like the Opart show. So it was a real dull start on that show, but then all of a sudden people are starting to go listen to it. Because sometimes shows don't get around fast enough, or sometimes they'll just be word of mouth. Jack will tell Jane, hey, I heard this show and they were talking about this, that, and the other thing. Well, because odds are when you're listening to us talk, somewhere through a 2-hour show, we're going to be talking about something that will probably interest you. Maybe not the whole show, but there'll probably be some good stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we both have a lot of knowledge on a lot of this stuff, so you're just losing out.
Between the two of us, we have over 80 years of research behind us.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's a lot, and you don't even get into all the interviews that have been done, and it's not even just interviews we've personally done, anything else. We have all the knowledge of everybody on the network. It's different than just being associated to a small group.
A prime example. I've been on this network now. This is my 10th year. I started with the Church of Mavis. I've been doing with Joe shows the last few years. And, I've been doing the research for 40 some plus years, and there were stalemates. I didn't have an answer to the Betty and Barney Hill question. I didn't have an answer to Roswell, and I still don't. And I don't think, either me or Joe's idea of Roswell is necessarily the correct one. We both have differing views on the pyramids of Giza. We have some differing views on the pyramids in Central America.
Well, wait, hold on. Stop for a minute. Stop. I want to give somebody an update here. So look, when you see when Jay said that about the pyramids, that's partially true. So we don't agree on how the pyramids got built, but pretty much everything about Egypt we agree on. It's just that one little
Yeah,
thing.
we just
on
got to figure the
how
answer.
did they
We don't-
get cut? Yeah, but
Right.
other than that, though, guys, if you listen to us talk about all the artifacts and other things and how the life was, and about 12,500 BC and shit like that, all that stuff's in line. It's just we just don't agree on how those stones were cut and by who. By when is up in the air because we know that the Sphinx is older than the pyramids. We're just not exactly sure how much older than the pyramid. It depends
Not
at
by
what
much.
writing you believe. So if you believe Snafu, is that his name? The son? He's one of
it's
I'm not
it's
saying his name.
Kefren Khufu. It's Kefren Khufu and Cheops.
Yeah, so it was the pyramid builder and the son of the pyramid builder, basically. And they give you a pretty good progression of the pyramid. They have 3 different types of pyramids they built in a row. The Bend pyramid was just a fucking a joke, but they built these 3 pyramids with the last pyramid being almost a true pyramid. And then they talk about other pyramids they built. So I mean, it sounds like they had like a fucking pyramid building company.
Well, what they
out there
also
doing
they named them similarly to stars that weren't named back then, and the stars are the same 3 stars in the belt of Orion, and those are Alnitak, Alnilam, and Mintaka, and the pyramids in Giza are Cheops, Khufu, and Menkaure, KKM. So there's a similarity there, but those stars we didn't have a name for them in the Egyptian times.
Yeah. It is true that the pyramids line up with Orion, but only at 12,500 BC. Now you can go backwards more and find other places they'll line up, and you can probably look forward and find out when they're going to line up in the future. But it's no time.
Actually, from our time frame, it's more like 14,600 BC.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
what during that time frame, 16,000 years ago,
So
when the 3 pyramids, when the 3 stars came up, they would dance right on top of the apex of all 3 of those pyramids at dawn on a certain day for like a month.
So guys, when you hear us refer to 12,500 BC, that means 14,500 years ago, because there's 2,000 years in AD.
2026 years.
Yeah, so 2,026 years in AD, and then the 12,500 years of BC. So that's what it is. It's 14,026 is what it is. So that and that's when they think somebody built. Let me see. They built the Sphinx. They built the Orion pyramid.
They built 2 sphinxes, actually.
Yeah, I'm just talking about ones we know that lined up at this time frame. We know the Sphinx, this Sphinx lined up with Leo at that time frame. We know Orion lined up with those pyramids at that time frame. We know Angkor Wat lined up with Draco at that time frame. We know Easter Island lined up with the 7 sisters at that time frame, and there was another one that lined up with the with Stonehenge at that time frame. Well, first off, this is 6,000 years before we were even supposed to be walking around with nothing but a fucking spear in our hand.
Loincloth and a rock spear, yeah, or a stick.
So here we are. Now we know that's not true because we found those 2 cities off the coast of India that date back to that same time frame. So we know at 14,500 years ago, there were 2 large cities off the coast of India. Each one with about 250,000 people in them, with running water and bathrooms. 14,000 years ago. Okay, that's what, 6,000 years, 8,000 years before civilization.
Indoor plumbing didn't hit the scene until when?
The Greeks.
Yeah, if
it might have been before. No, it was the Greeks for sure. Somebody said that. No, the Romans got it from the Greeks. I remember that. But somebody said one of the Middle Eastern countries had, one of the Persian countries had it. Because they found what they would consider things that bring in water and carry water out.
Still, though, to find indoor plumbing.
Indoor plumbing. Well, guys, their indoor plumbing's not like ours. Yeah. No, they had open tops and stuff, but but it still worked. It carried away debris and water, and it brought in fresh water and filled up tubs. They even had ways to heat them. They talked about all of that.
Most ancient Roman homes, even slaves' homes, had like the main parlor was an open-topped roof that had a pool underneath of it, so that they could collect rainwater for to for all kinds of things, for bathing and cooking and drinking.
Yep. Well, no, there was all kind of ways they heated their homes back in the day, but well, no, in Roman and Greek homes, some of them had ventilation, so you could start from the fireplace. They had tubes that ran out to all the rooms. And wait, it tells you they were smart because they had some way of forcing the air down, because we all know heat rises. So if you just put tubes throughout the house, it would have just been warming from, like 3 feet up to your ceiling would have been warm. Somehow or another, they forced the air down to the floor. And that way it would float up in each room and heat the rooms. That's pretty good shit for way back in the day. That's 2,000 years ago, but 14,526 years ago,
Early HVAC.
we had advanced civilization on here. Now they're saying that's the time of the mariners. Mariners was supposed to be another advanced race that was island hopping around the planet.
Possibly the ones who made the Piri Reis map.
Yep, possibly. Well, no, Piri Reis is much. No, maybe not. You get them confused.
Piri Reis is 1500s, but the map was made when Antarctica was not covered in ice. Or if it was covered in ice, whoever made the map had some way of looking through the ice.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because when you hear people talk about the ice age, they never talk about the Antarctic. They only talk about the northern hemisphere, the ice coming down from the Arctic.
Yeah.
Was there ice leaving the South Poles? I mean, was there ice coming up from that direction? I don't really know. I'd have to go read, to be honest.
There's no information that I have on that. But here's the thing. They say also that Antarctica has been covered in ice. It's 2 to 3 miles, maybe 4 miles at the most, thickest in places. But it's been covered in that ice for 6,000 to 8,000 years. Well, what if it's only been covered in it for 4,000 years or 15,000 years? And someone mapped it before it was ice.
You know what? It could be something completely different, though. It could have been a melt. There could have been a meteor strike somewhere. We do know there are 2 volcanoes under the Antarctic. Yeah. So it could have been a superheating, just dried, cleaned out the area. And those people happened to be coming by when that was going on.
It would have to be uncovered for a long time and travel at that time. It would take them years to circumnavigate that continent.
That's what I'm saying. Those volcanoes stay active a long time. I mean, look at Hawaii.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I mean, it could have been 50, 80, 100 years. And then they stopped and it went back to covering it back up because, when they were bitching about all that, it's melting in Antarctica. It's because of global. No, we found that no, it wasn't. It was because of one of the volcanoes. And now, of course, the volcano stopped and the sheets are growing again. Because we don't have global warming on the planet. We have climate change, which is a different thing. Global warming suggests everybody's getting warmer. Where I live, it's getting cooler, both in the winter and the summer.
Yeah, you almost got snow again this last couple weeks.
Well, and half of Mississippi's still under ice.
Yeah.
So, and it seems like in the United States, the bottom half of the United States has just slid towards the east, the way the weather works. It's really strange. Places that rarely get rain are getting a lot of rain now. I mean, look at California, almost drowned itself twice in the last 6 months. LA sees rain twice a year, and all of a sudden they're seeing it regularly? No, that's something wrong with that. But that's not global warming, is it, people? That's climate change.
Climate change.
And lots of things can cause climate change. Well, Jackie put it this way. So this guy the other day says, you want me to go drive an EV and use all this crappy electric crap that's worse for the planet than gas is, like China's over there just pumping coal into the sky nonstop every day.
Yeah.
He said, no. He said, you get China to stop doing it, well, I'll stop doing it. And the guy's like, well, that's not a good attitude because he said, doesn't matter. As long as they're doing it, it's not going to change. He said, one of my little cars is not going to make a difference. Well, Glenn, a lot of people don't want to give up their gas-powered vehicles.
They are efficient.
And a lot of people don't want to go to self-driving vehicles because it's going to put them out of work. Well, let me put it this way. So you can buy a self-driving truck. And the first ones are going to be real expensive, but eventually they're not going to be any more than a regular rig would be. And you're not going to have to pay a driver anymore.
Yeah.
And let's say you own a fleet of trucks and you're not paying any drivers.
Well, what it might boil down to is that the trucking companies might, because they're not going to be able to purchase all that many vehicles themselves right off the bat. So what they'll probably have is like you buy a autonomous truck engine and you lease it to say JB Hunt, and they put a trailer on the back of your engine, your truck, your trailer, and you haul it takes its haul, and whatever, let's say it's 5,000 pounds, you get paid by the pound, and once it releases that load, you get paid. It takes another load from that location to another load, boom, once it dumps it off, they pay you, per poundage that it takes. That's probably what will happen in logistics in the next probably less than 50 years.
Yeah, there's I've heard a couple of different theories on how they think that's going to work out. It's so.
I mean, and at first, until they make them autonomous enough to where they're cheap enough that a big trucking company like JB Hunt or Swift or those other kind of companies can buy 50,000 robot truck ends that they can put trailers on.
Well, think of it this way. No, you're not thinking of it correctly. Think of it this way. Right now, they're only 30% more expensive than a normal truck.
Well, a normal truck is hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, yeah, but still, you're still getting rid of those drivers, so you're still going to even break even on those. And
you still have the minimum cost for even just a day trip engine body, $120,000 truck body that can carry a 53 trailer.
These are going to be built already. You're not going to have nothing being changed. All the big truck companies are already getting ready. Well, they're already doing it. They're building electric trucks. That's what they're doing. So these are coming out of the factory with self-driving and everything. They're saying they're only going to be 30 to 40% more expensive than your normal truck. But he said, first off, electric engines go way longer and have way more power than diesel engines do. He said, so you have more power, be able to pull heavier loads and use less fuel. He said, right off the bat, plus you're not paying a driver. He said, they'll pay themselves off within 2 years. He said, but it gets better than that because the government is going to give the big trucking companies subsidies to bring to retire their diesel fleet and replace it with a gas fleet. See, that's what you weren't thinking about. The government always does that. So they're going to come in and offset the cost. And they're going to get whole new fleets at a bargain price. And guess what? Then what's going to happen? All you truck drivers are going to be out of job. Even you forklift drivers are going to be out of job. There'll be self-driving forklifts. Within a decade, everything's going to be self-driving.
With the forklift thing, I don't see it happening as often because the robotic technology I've seen in the warehouses, most of the robots have let's just say travel issues. They don't mingle well with themselves or with humans, and oftentimes they'll get stuck. And like 3 and 4 robots will get so close to each other they can't find a way to figure out through their algorithms how to turn around and go the other direction. So they'll just sit there and spin until a human comes by and so you'll have to. I think you would still, even if you have a fully robot forklift, you still would have to have a person on that forklift for picking, like on an order picker device. But on a forklift that moves pallets, you think you're still going to have the same problem. Eventually, it's going to reach problems where a human's going to have to come by and unstick it because it's gotten itself backed into a corner somewhere. So not everybody's job will go, but most of them will. Yeah.
Oh, I would venture to say within 20 years, there won't be any need for human in any of these jobs.
Well,
I watched that new Amazon.
I disagree with the order picker thing. I think that will still be.
No, they already have it. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Amazon already has a.
Well, the way it works in Amazon is there's not a robot. The way it works is the device is operated by a human. It's a robot.
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They have a fully operational, completely automated warehouse. Completely. There's no humans involved. There's not even any humans in the warehouse.
So robots are stocking the shelves and picking?
Yes. It comes in, the orders are sent in, the stuff is dropped off on special pallets. They come in, they take it, they put it on the things, they take it, they pick it, they pull it. They even got these that look like we talk about them ones walking around LA that are delivering stuff. Well, they're kind of like that, but they got wheels instead of feet. They do all the picking. They run around. It gives them a list of what it needs. And it goes around, picks it, and brings it to a basket. Then they take it out of that basket, and it goes up a thing and ships in. Amazon said within 2 decades.
It can't
They
be
won't need
100%
it.
autonomous though. There, I guarantee you, there's humans in that facility.
There's no humans in it. It's like the McDonald's in LA.
Hey,
They always say
Sean.
there's humans in there, but there's not. We took a tour. There's no humans. It's all the entire hamburger joint is run by robots.
That's a hamburger joint. That warehouse facility, I guarantee you, there's people in there.
There's no people.
Monitoring
Amazon can't go in 60 minutes and say this if there's people in it. First off, 60 minutes get lunch for it. And there's just not. They toured the warehouse. There's nobody in it. Matter of fact, the one lady said it was very creepy because there was nobody around. And another thing that was weird, she said a lot of places the lighting was very, very, very low. But you know why? Robots don't need light.
And not if they're using radar, no. Most of them use radar to navigate.
They're running scans, so they don't need light. I didn't even think about that. And they don't need a lot of air conditioning and other stuff. So to them, it's a payoff.
Well, actually, the electronics and the computers need very, very cold rooms.
No, not if you do it right. Because I helped a friend of mine, Greg, redo their Bitcoin farm in Texas. Because
they were in the warehouse in the middle of summer.
Yeah, but if you're running liquid cool, you don't have to worry about it.
Being in an oven, though, yeah.
Now, if you're running liquid cool, it doesn't affect your computer. When you run a liquid computer, it's always at the same temperature.
Cooled on the job, and their electronics will generate heat. So,
yes, but that's why you have liquid cool systems. They don't generate any heat. I've got 3 of them in the house right now. They generate 0 heat.
That's what I'm saying. You'd have to have liquid, some kind of cooling systems on all the forklifts so they wouldn't overheat. Especially if they're on constant operation.
No, they're going to use them. I forgot what they call them. Fan bot. They're electric, but they got some kind of. It looks like a little fan bot on the back of them. I swear, it looks like a little bot you could pop off and it would walk around or some shit. But it's some kind of fan system. But it also has a cooling system, so the air that it releases isn't warm; it's cool. It's like it actually acts like. When they were showing it, it looked like almost like a waterfall. The little vent thing that you could see. It was probably because it was clear, but you could see the liquid moving down, and the air was passing through it. It was very cool. Well, I've seen some cool cool systems, nothing like that before, but I've seen some other stuff that are pretty cool. I also seen people immerse whole systems in a bathtub of mineral oil. It's yes, people. You can take your whole computer and drop it in to mineral oil, and guess what? It'll work just fine. Matter of fact, you'll be able to overclock the shit out of it. It's a couple of old timers. That's why they have liquid cool today. And remember, liquid always has to be static liquid, so it doesn't blow up your system if it leaks. Yeah, static liquid means if it hits your electronics, it won't phase them. It won't hurt them. It won't make them short out. I know it's hard to believe that if electronic hits your system, it won't hurt them, but it's actually true. It won't hurt. Yeah, so you got to have all of that. No, it's getting very sophisticated. So when Greg and I first bought this farm, it's this thing's 2 million square feet or something. It's huge. It's all blade systems too. And it's weird the way they work. The system spirals down, so you have liquid, and spirals through the system, and then there's individual tubes that come by, and then there's a reservoir at the bottom, which is chilling the whole time, and there's a reservoir at the top that's chilling. So it's constantly chilling this thing at a balmy 40 degrees. And that's
like a refrigerator.
Yeah. So, they can turn it down lower than that. But one of the techs I talked to said, be a little careful. You don't want to accidentally form condensation. He said it shouldn't, but you just, don't want to accidentally form condensation. And I can kind of understand that. Well, because in the old days, people would try to cool their systems by running cooling systems through it. Well, that causes condensation. Condensation is just water. Water on electronics is a bad thing.
Yeah, water and electricity do not mix.
I've watched people take them and put little mini air conditioning. From like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill your computer. Oh no, look how good it's running. I said, yeah, until it gets all full. I said, open the damn side up and look, I bet you there's liquid in there already. And there's water on the bottom. So you better turn this thing off. Yeah, well, no, liquid cool. So all your major processors on the board, liquid runs too. And then like on this one, all my memory cards and audio cards all are liquid cooled along with them. So the reservoir on these computers, the reservoir stays at around 30 degrees. So it used to be you walked in this room, even with the ACs running, you'd be dying heat stroke. Now you can walk in the room, even with the AC off. It's usually pretty nice. I know it's definitely a big difference. Well, think about it when you used to have 14 computers in one room running the system. Oh, hey, Sean, I didn't even know you were here.
I had said hi to him about 10 minutes ago. Where are you?
Hey guys,
I'm like 10 pages away, man. I'm not even on the same page with you. I'm off in the ether. Or I think I'm off. Where
Hey,
the hell
Sean,
am I?
check out the new Oh, I forgot. We got to change the background. We made some new backgrounds here. Check this out for a second. What do you think?
You can't hear. He's froze.
You froze, Shawnee? Yeah. Oh crap. Well, we got to change it out anyway. There's the new one. What do you think?
was it? I like that.
AI,
That's cool. Nice.
I made that
Nice.
one. Joe
Did
made
you
that
do it?
one. Joe made this one. I made this one. I made this one.
I like this
Joe
one
made-
too.
Joe made that one. I made this one.
I like that.
Yeah, you can make
And I
them in the
made that
system
one.
now. So when you do your show where we keep all the media stuff at, there's a little place in there you can create now with.
Uh-huh.
Look at this. I did this for the Church of Mavis. I put in Bigfoot, Mokele,
really?
and Bembe,
Oh, wow.
and aliens standing under a marquee that says Church of Mavis Radio Show, and they put us in front of a tent. Isn't that cool?
It's why do I keep
That's
losing
really
what I'm
cool,
looking-
dude. That's cool as hell.
So that's a new feature to the
I like that.
StreamYard system.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
anybody can use it, anybody can do it.
But-
Real easy. It's really easy to use. So it's a plus. It's oh man, we can't play that again tonight. That's a bad
where it
song.
says we're let AI do it, huh?
Yeah, it's go on. Aliens coming.
I-
All right.
what
Well,
I
we
don't
got to go to break.
understand is why I have a hard time with your show.
I don't know. It's usually everything works pretty good. Put that back over there. You must have, it acts like you have something running in the background, actually, but let's see. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go and get rid of that. All right. So let me. Oh, wait. What's this I got queued up? Shit. Hold on. All right. We got to play this and see what this was about. God dang it. I forget sometimes when I got shit queued. We're going to have to take it away from Jado. He's already abusing it.
Yeah, I am actually.
He's already abusing it. We're just going to have to take the toy away. Okay. Throw that up there. Let's see what this says. Okay, what is this? Let's find out.
Hey, police raided Peter Mandelson's homes.
Who's that?
Goodness knows what they'll find in there. I wouldn't be surprised if they just got into the.
What the hell is this?
At this stage in life, your travels are richer, filled with moments that matter. Whether you're setting sail on a dream cruise or
They got christened Eddie the Eagle at Calgary, and I was getting
Tell us
all
that story. So, how was it you got christened Eddie the Eagle? Because this is great.
What?
Well, it's
Okay, I think this is on crack.
Why you're gonna love solo meal? Reason one, me, Jules.
Yeah, we don't care. Dude, we're out of here. White House has allegedly issued order to make it happen. Trump administration has allegedly authorized access to classified UFO facilities to one of Congress's leading voices on disclosure.
What? Really? Wow. When did
Yeah.
this come out?
I'm reading it from today, actually, but let me see when if it gives us a date on the post of the article. Let's see, where are we? Britain News Channel is where
There you
we're
go, Sean. I
at.
made one for you.
Britain News Channel. Missouri
up,
Congressman Erickson Bolson, who sits on the Congressional Oversight Committee, is
Look at
investigating
me.
okay.
I made you one.
anomalous phenomena. So they're going to give him access to
Oh.
certain facilities.
Let me see that.
That don't make any sense.
I have to wait till Joe moves that.
That was cool. I like
right,
that. That's
There
cool
you
as
go.
hell. I like it.
You have to get in there and play with it. But we are on the second hour, so the book clink. It's that one right there. Is Alien Abduction by Joe Montaldo.
We got so much stuff. Anyway, we're going to break, people. We're like way late from the break, so we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Everybody, stay tuned. Check it out. We're going to watch some Star Trek people do some disco dancing, and yeah, you ain't never seen no Star Trek people do no disco dancing before. Well, guess what? You're going to get
Hey,
to see
Sherry,
something right
good
now.
to see you, hon.
So we'll
Good
see
to
y'all
see
in
you,
5
Sherry.
minutes. We're going to go get a shot of bourbon. Until then, y'all chill.
Yeah. Ooh, that's kind of funky.
Well, I was stuck in 10 forward with the Vulcan delegation, the most boring celebration in the United Federation. The Klingons and the Romulans were trying to be polite. Not even William Riker's getting lucky here tonight. That's when the idea struck me. I let Dinah know the score, then I found the nearest holodeck and opened up the door. Computer, give me disco. Put some glitter on the screen. I want the funkiest roller program that this ship has ever seen. Synthesize the rhythm, make the polyester shine. Kill the lights and set the stardate to 1979. The sensors overloaded, my terminal exploded. The disco hologram was suddenly uploaded. It reached communication like a bug simulation. That funky, nasty bass line was played at every station. Inertial dampeners failing, the diplomats were wailing. The loudest sound the quadrants ever heard was auto scaling. The doctor started tapping, the captain started rapping. The buttons of their uniforms were literally snapping. No way to isolate it, we had to celebrate it. I invited everyone on board and no one hesitated. The prime directive is to dance and forward, never put a chance. The holodeck just took control, now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile, you gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance, Alberto, power to the trance. Computer, blast that bass again, let's take this party to War 10. Now Scotty's in the DJ booth. He's remixing the sound. Cues rolling up, a fat one. Don't believe me? Ask around. Uhura's cracked the frequency. Now the folks on all the comms. She's dropping subspace baseline beats like they were photon bombs. Data's doing the robot. Kirk just ripped off the shirt. Murphy's doing the hustle. Joey ate all the dessert. The doctor's overriding all his ethical subroutines. Saw him popping hollow pills and snorting lines with the breed. Janeway spiked a coffee with some nebula delight. And I heard her threaten to kill whoever don't get down tonight. It's red alert on every deck. Got Tuvok pinching every neck. Ferengi women are turning tricks. The Borg just plugged into the mix. They're scanning us from deep in space. They wanna come to rock this place. Forget the rules and regulations. United Bunker Federation. The prime directive is to dance. And forward never stood a chance. The holodeck just took control. Now let the groove into your soul. Resistance is futile. You gotta let go. Engage the dance floor and make it so. The prime directive is to dance. I've heard all power to the trance. Computer, blast that bass again. Let's take this party to War 10. Calling the Enterprise. Beam me up. Calling Voyager. Beam me up. Deep Space Nine. Are you feeling fine? This is Deep Space Nine. We're feeling fine.
Captain, the funk is reading off the scale. Dopamine levels at 100%. Inhibitions at 0. It is highly illogical. It is fascinating.
The prime directive is to dance and forward never stood a chance. The Oh, Brian energized.
Hailing frequencies open, Captain. Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not the DJ. Live long and get down.
Hey, play the real two guys one, man. I like that one. Where's it at? That's not the real two guys one. Come on now, man. Stop screwing around.
No, the is that the 2-minute one?
Yeah, it's a 2-minute one. Yeah. Yeah, y'all get 2 more minutes and then we're back, and then
Where did it go?
the shit
There it is.
I was gonna howl.
Kind of jealous. StreamYard dumped all of our old ones.
Man, we gotta get us. We need to make it look at our. I mean, we need to get us. Like freaking make them rain.
Two real cryptid legends doing what they do, bringing information for me and you. Ron Moorhead and his Sierra Sounds, Daryl Denton, the Tennessee Bigfoot Man, along with Michelle Desrochers, bring adventures across this land.
You got that wrong. Yeah,
so much information brought to you each week. Actively out there looking is the truth they seek.
Well, welcome back, everyone. That's I like that. I mean, I like that intro. That's for two real men, they Sasquatch chasers, man. They should have Jeffrey on.
Jeffrey.
Yeah, they should have Jeffrey on. He's a Sasquatch chaser.
Yeah, but Jeffrey hasn't seen Sasquatch. I have.
Well, they should get your ass on. Tell Michelle. Oh man. Jack, you know how I've never seen Sasquatch? Because I couldn't tell you what he tastes like.
I can tell you what he smells like.
No, you see that? Those are skunk apes, man.
They all smell like that, dude.
They do not. They do not. Oh my god! Now you see the ones down in the Savine River Valley. They smell like that. They skunk apes, man. Them bitches. You'll know you'll know a mile before you get up to one of them. I mean, it's just like walking.
The one I saw was in the Mahoning Valley in Ohio, and it smelled like
the ones up in Oregon and Washington. Indians say they clean. The Indians even say they take baths. So apes take baths, but
not all apes do.
No, not all apes, but gorillas do. Chimps do. It's so because the first time I ever heard about matter of fact, I didn't hear about a smelly Bigfoot for Jesus. They've been chasing Bigfoot 30, 40 years before I ever heard about a smelly Bigfoot. And then we got some friends that down in the Sabine River Valley. So it's a basin between Louisiana and Texas. It's huge. It's just a big, massive marsh and swamp, and everything you can think of is up in there, man. And they've been tracking Bigfoot down there for a long time. There's been a lot of sightings out of there. They've even done a couple of TV shows down there, but they always tell you, they say you'll know long before you get on one because it stinks, man. He said the stronger the smell gets, the closer you know you are to them. And he said I wouldn't say they were friendly. He said I wouldn't say they were hostile. He said, but I wouldn't say that they were friendly. And then he said on 2 occasions they thought they had seen him walking what would be, I guess, equivalent child or 2 children, and made some weird howling sound when they were seeing them crossing the path in one of the boats. Well, the basin's huge, dude. I mean, it's huge and it's deep, deep swamp. There's swamps in Louisiana and Texas that many people have never been in the middle of. You mean Honey Island? Yeah, I've been to Honey Island a lot, and I've been in the middle of Honey Island, and even that's pretty deep. But you get into like the Chapelaya Basin, the Sabine River Basin, these are huge. Oh yeah, they're huge. It's easy to get lost in there. You even have hard times with GPS because there's not any real GPS signals back there. Yeah, you better have a sat phone. I'm just saying. I mean, if you know how to guide yourself along and how to do, how to leave markings and stuff, you can find yourself a way. But still, it's spooky back up in there. But I got friends in Oregon. A good friend of mine, David, he was up there chasing him around, and he said, "Man, the Americans talk about him in a friendly way." He said they've been known to bring presents to native tribes, especially in cold winters and stuff. So that's a whole different kind of Bigfoot to me.
There are lots of people who report about being able to, they find some sort of marker in the woods that they associate with the Bigfoot, and they leave things there, and the Bigfoot leaves things for them. So when they come to leave stuff, the Bigfoot has left something for them. They put something in its place and take what the Bigfoot left. It's really strange. It's a weird. Maybe if we can get Jeff Belter, maybe he could discuss this behavior. But that's kind of, I guess, it's an ape-like behavior.
Well, I mean, it shows a certain amount of intelligence for sure. It knows what it's doing. There's an intent there. So, Jack, look, I don't get into the UFO with the Bigfoot thing because there's just not enough hard data. I mean, there's people who say, "Oh, Joe, a lot of times there's UFO sighting and there's a Bigfoot." Maybe so. Maybe like dolphins are, they're attracted to the big feet.
Yeah, the two things that lead to that rumor, that myth, is one, a map of UFO sightings generally overlaid on top of a map of Bigfoot sightings is usually in the same areas. It doesn't mean they're both at the same times. And the other thing that really started that myth was the $6 Million Man. There's a couple 2-part episodes where they kind of fight the Marvel, a Marvel-based aliens called the Scree. And the Scree have a base inside of a mountain in the Pacific Northwest, and they have a robotic Bigfoot played by Richard Jaws Keel of later 007 fame, who was the Bigfoot, a bionic Bigfoot, basically a robot that fought a robot man. That's really where that myth comes from. There's not a lot of valid eyewitness, ear witness, firsthand witness evidence of Bigfoot and UFOs being on the same scene at the same time, ever.
Well, okay, Jared. So I'm kind of with Jay on this, but I have had reports, but these are reports of what I call, it's like the paranormal stuff, like the poltergeist. So these are after the fact. So something went down with an extraterrestrial abduction case, a landing, visit, I don't know, whatever it could be. And then a Bigfoot shows up in the area, not while ET's there, but after the fact, like it knew it was around. So there's cases that have been spotted along the Gulf of Mexico and the Atlantic seaboard. I really haven't heard about it in Pacific much, not on our side anyway. So a lot of times when there's a gray craft just hovering over the water, dolphins will just appear underneath the craft.
Yeah.
And the grays will come out. They'll start talking back and forth to each other like they
Not
they
just
understand
dolphins.
each other.
Certain cetacean species will do it.
Yeah, but these just tend to be. It's weird because they seem to have a very keen communication with these dolphins. It's not like they're talking to an animal or they're talking to someone of a lower species like when they talk to us. So they actually think the dolphin is higher on the evolutionary chain than we are. There's no doubt about that. All you have to do is watch them contact with them, and you can tell because they're actually physically and emotionally bound and talking with these dolphins. The dolphins are chattering right back. And the thing about it is they're not using telepathy with the dolphins, they're chattering with the dolphins. Like they actually know the language. So that's in itself is very unique because everybody else are telepathic with. And I'm pretty sure since dolphins have sonar, they have to be at least semi-telepathic. I mean, they sense and see things, images through sonar, so they have to be at least.
Well, they talk using their sonar devices as well. That's where they make those clicks and noises and stuff. So they're talking with their sight, really.
and you know what's funny about it? And when people describe it, they describe it like a happy scene, like they're happy to see each other.
Yeah.
Grays have been on the planet a long, long time. We don't know how long these dolphins, what the memories of these dolphins are, how those memories are handed down. And there's a lot of them on the planet, and they do basically control 2/3 of the planet. Man lives on 1/3, not even 1/3, 25%, and dolphins inhabit the rest. Who's the smarter right here now? Wait a minute, there's something wrong with this. We the brilliant ones, and we only live on 1/4 of the damn planet. Something's wrong with this for sure. That's because of the way we evolved, Jack. But we should have evolved a dual evolution where we could live in water and on land. You know why we didn't? Because the resources on land are so intense, there was no reason to go into the water to get food. Not at those times, anyway. Dolphins are 250 million years, I think.
At least, yeah, 300 or 400 million years old. Yeah,
they're much older than we are. That's for sure.
And and I don't know how much of a historical, archaeology base we have for their, ancestors, but several species in the ocean are suspected that may not be native to the planet, and that's one of them. Octopus are another. Other cetaceans, whales, because they just seem so foreign to the other fauna around. They seem more advanced than the other species on the planet.
I've thought about this over the years, and Jay and I have talked about the Mariner Valley on Mars. So just think if that whole place was an ocean, and whatever came along just took the whole thing, ocean and everything. So it's just carrying the whole thing in space. It's moving at maybe 10 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, whatever. But everything inside the ocean is still intact because it took the whole entire ocean. Now, if that ocean would have been just collided with our Pacific Ocean somewhere along the line, just kind of folded into it, we'd have had all those new species living on our planet. And it's not even that far-fetched of an idea. They've talked about this on other things. They've also talked about things inside of pieces of ice of planets that were destroyed or asteroids that were destroyed, and these hunk of ice fall into our oceans with smaller versions, like maybe baby octopus, maybe baby crabs, baby fish, could be anything.
Or even just, for example, one of the old, philosophy questions is if you dig a hole in the middle of the planet, thousands of miles away from any source of water, and it fills up with water and there's no fish in it, how does the fish get there? Like after the rain fills it up, how do fish fill up that pond? It's thousands of miles away and cut off from any other estuary. Well, the answer is that birds that eat fish fly over it and poop out fish eggs that are still alive. So there could be fish eggs or frogs eggs or octopus eggs that freeze, but they're flash frozen so that they're intact and viable. And when they get to they land on the planet, they melt, they gestate into an octopus, and boom, you have an invasive species.
Jack, yeah, I read that scientist. It said octopus came here in a spaceship. They had a spaceship. It crashed.
Or they could come in an ice cube.
Yeah. Well, panspermia works for them too. I mean, the building blocks of life. okay, we just had 3 things pass through our solar system, one of which we know for sure there was DNA on of some kind, meaning that it was some kind of debris was being carried from a solar system far, 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 far away from this one, billions of light years. So, what is it? What happens if that would have managed to get on our planet? We don't even know what kind of life this would have been. Would it even be compatible with ours? We may have not just wiped us all out in favor of a new matrix. I don't know, guys. It's a scary thing when we start talking about getting into deep space. That's all I can tell y'all, because I'm sure there's a lot of races out there that think our pretty blue ball would be nice to have. All right, Mike. Railguns are a great weapon. Yeah, and they could sink a Chinese ship in a heartbeat. Could they knock an alien spacecraft out the sky? Ooh, I don't know.
Nah, I don't think so.
I'm thinking E.T. would go, hey, did you see the ape? Did you see the ape? Wait. And he'd look over.
I don't know. Let's ask Doomsday J. Ross. He's a scholar in that kind of stuff, man. Jay, could that happen?
Well, if you look at the space shuttle flight, STS-48, is it? I believe the planet Earth shoots an electronic particle beam from the vicinity of Australia outside of the planet into outer space, and the beam narrowly misses a device which sharply turns right and then disappears almost immediately. So no, I don't think we have the ability to shoot them down. Would it knock them down if it hit them? Yes. Can we hit them? No.
Oh man.
Okay.
I don't. Yeah, we're a long ways from hitting anything.
They would probably see that coming before we shot that thing, right?
Oh, as soon as it launched,
if you
they knew
look
it was
at the
on its way.
STS-48 video, the object in question darts off first, then the beam goes where it was, so it would have hit it. But would it have affected it? I don't know. Do they have electronic shields? Obviously, the device moved, so it was afraid of whatever was coming. So, but it detected it before it got there. Yeah, 100%, and it was gone before it got there. So, an object that traveled less than the speed of light gets shot at by something that travels at the speed of light, but gets there before the object moving at the speed of light gets there, means it also travels at the speed of light. It's not a natural object. Just can't be.
Ah, interesting.
Yeah, so I mean, they obviously moved, so the beam would have had to destroy. So I think yes,
would you want to be Would you want to be reincarnated as an alien?
I wouldn't want to be reincarnated again. I want to live forever in this body.
No one has ever asked that question.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't. I don't want to be reincarnated again. Period. I want to stay in this body for a while because there's some pretty interesting shit about to happen in this part of the universe.
There's gonna be some cool stuff going up, that's for sure. Next 100 years just on our planet is gonna be a blast. If we don't, start a war.
Or the aliens don't decide, oh, well, the experiment's starting to come and destroy themselves, blow them up.
It's
what kind of exciting things are coming up?
All sorts of stuff, man. We're going to be moving into the space age here, dude.
We'll be colonizing the solar system soon.
Oh, really?
If we can stick around the next 25 years, Sean, we'll basically our lifespans will increase probably by about 100 years, maybe 2, and we'll also be able to purchase and own a device that we can get in, drive to the local Rudders or Sheets, get a bunch of road tacos, and then drive up to the moon for a picnic. That'd be fucking cool. Pardon my French.
It's it's definitely
I would be
it's in the realm of possibility because
I would be 89 years old.
Maybe by birth certificate, but with medical technology, you look 40.
Well, you see, if you go to that place that don't exist on Mars, you'll only be about 50.
Yeah, I know this place on Mars but you have to believe
Yeah,
in Mars
Mars,
first,
no.
Sean. But there's this place. It's a brothel where the girls are green and the drinks are purple. It's nice.
Yes, it's very nice. They like to keep you warm on those cold nights on Mars. 'Cause it's cold on Mars, man.
And it's easy for those green women to do it because they have 3 tits.
3's too many, man. They'll just confuse the
Oh, my
youngins, man.
God.
They'll be like, what the hell am I supposed to do with this one in the middle, man?
See, now he really wants to believe in Mars. He wants to see a green girl with 3
No,
boobs.
not yet.
Where
Oh,
is
God.
this? Why did they put the whole link to this? I was going to play that video clip of the Mars thing, but they only want to put the whole clip up, and I don't know where it's at in the whole clip. A 5-minute long clip. It's like a 10-second thing.
Okay, here's a question for you, Jay and Joe. Say like they do put a bar up on Mars. What would be the currency?
Be Martian greenbacks. They'd be red.
Be Bitcoin, man.
Red? No, they're red dollars. Didn't you see Total Recall? It's a red dollar bill, just like it is in here on Earth.
Yeah,
except
we hardly use real money now, man. I mean, really. I couldn't even tell you the last time I had real currency in my pocket. It's why? Just because you know, sometimes I'll pay with Cash App, sometimes I'll pay with a card, sometimes I'll pay with PayPal. Yeah, I mean, just earn points for all that stuff, so I'm getting something out of it. NASA just screamed in my ear. Well, think about 15 minutes, boy, and then we're gonna blow
That's
the
right,
fucking
Sherry.
world up.
Cash is king.
So you know, I used to be like
But
that.
your currency up in Newfoundland, up in Canada, Sherry, is pretty bad. The ratio.
Yeah, it's like 50-1 or something. No, it's not that bad, but that was a friend of mine's giving me shit. Oh, we're worth more money from China. It's like last I check out, it's a $1 per 8 of your little dollar thingies, and I think it's just going to get worse.
What about the ruble in Russia?
Oh God, ruble's never worth anything. It's I couldn't even imagine what it's worth right now. Hey Siri, what's the ruble worth?
It's currently clear and 53 degrees. Today's high was 64 and the low was
Hey
47.
Siri, I asked you what the value of a ruble was.
Okay, I found this on the web where I asked you what the value of a ruble was. Check it out.
Are you not going to tell me, you dumb bitch? See, that's why I like Alexa better. She'll tell you. I'm surprised she didn't
What's
get
he
sassy.
say, Joe?
Oh no, it just put up a website. You
Heidi.
Heidi. No, I forgot we were doing something. I forgot the hell what I was doing.
We will be coming back on break again here in a moment, will we not?
We'll have to run a little bit over, but we'll go about 10 minutes over and then we'll take it. What, you want to know the Star Trek thing, Mike? There's more of them, I think. You have to look, but well, I was looking for the JC. If you can find the STS mission, I can't find it. It wants to give me a 5 minute, 35 minutes.
STS 48.
Yeah, it won't let me find the one. I typed in directed beam weaponry laser UFO.
Just type in STS 48. That should come.
I did that too, but it gives me a 5 minute, 30 video, and it never shows it. I'm like, where the fuck is it? I've been through the video like 3 times.
See, here we go. Videos, images. Where's the videos?
Oh wait, what is this?
Here we go.
Hey, Heidi, tell them what I said. Hold on, please.
I got it.
Do you get it? Shows the actual thing.
Yeah. It's only 34 seconds. It's not the whole thing. It's just the
yeah, that's all I was looking for. It just kept giving me 5:39, 5:39. Go ahead, play it before we go to break.
It's big and it's on, and it says I think it should play on a loop, so it'll reverse. It'll start itself over again here in a second.
What are we watching here, Jay?
STS 48. All right, so there's a little. I think it's this one here. Then there's going to be a beam come straight up from there. You'll see a flash down here. There's the flash. This guy goes whoosh. They must have slowed it down a lot.
The hell? Where's the thing? I don't even see the damn thing.
Right here. Nope, that wasn't it.
You know what? Look, there's more aliens leaving.
Do it again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they're like they're.
Well, there's a whole bunch. There's one here.
No, there's only supposed to be one moving left to right.
Well, there's more than one in the thing, but this is the one that's moving. But I didn't see. There's another one that just came out of the atmosphere. There's a ship here.
Look over at the right hand side. Look on the right.
This one.
You'll see two of them.
It don't even look.
Yeah, them two coming up.
It don't even look like close. That's just coming over the horizon.
Here we go. There's a fast mover there.
No,
maybe that's
see, this ain't it either, man. What the bleep?
It is from the same episode, but it wasn't.
It's clear when you watch it. It's clear. I mean, you see this thing.
Yeah, that's not.
Moving
That's part
one
of
direction.
it, not the part we're looking for. Let me see what else we can
It's moving
find.
one direction, then it changes, goes back the other direction, and then the thing shoots at it and it takes off. It's like, I'm out of here. The NASA tried to say it was when they turned on their jets. It was ice that was froze up around the jets and it broke off and it was floating around. And when they fired their jets, it made the ice go shooting off. Of course, that don't explain the thing coming up from the surface, though. When you're going to tell stupid lies and stories, you need to incorporate the whole story, you know. So how do you explain a big laser beam coming from the surface shooting at ice? Yeah, well, we're not buying that bullshit, are we? No, Jackie.
I think I found a long one. Let me see if I can find it here.
Yeah, I couldn't find it in the long. It was just hacking me off something fierce.
Well, that's not it either. Well, that's a different angle anyway.
Okay, we haven't heard this one. I said short. We'll play this one. This one is Redneck DS9. Wait, do they have Janeway though? Let's go back and see if they got Janeway.
I found the 5-minute one you found. Let me see if I can find the blip in it. There it is. Okay, it's right in the beginning.
Okay, we'll do that one. All right. Any luck there, my friend? That ain't what I wanted. Oop, I don't want that either. If you don't know what you're doing in here, you better go do something with yourself. I don't know. Usually this clip is easy to find, but while he's doing that, we're going to go take a break right quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Redneck Star Trek TNG. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here we go. Well, wait, let me make sure y'all can hear it, huh? It would actually help if I did that. There we go. That's Sean's new old lady, man.
Decoration.
Oh, look at the board too.
That's funny.
Nebula, we're cruising through the stars in a rusted Winnebago. Picard's on the porch wearing flip-flops and Crocs, sipping tea sweet iced out his warp safe mason jar box. He says engage while lighting his pipe. Riker shirts off, grilling ribs with hype. Wesley runs up, tripwire on his foot. We laugh as he trips and lands face first and beam me up, there's gators in the nacelles. We got Borgs in the barn and Tribbles in the wells. We're redneck trekkers, just warping with pride, with a trailer park, starship, and a possum inside. Warp speed, y'all!
Boy, he needs to get between a possum and a raccoon.
Worth chugging moonshine, wrestling a raccoon, calls it a glorious hunt under the redneck moon. Troy's reading minds at the poker shack, says y'all feeling shame, and we say yeah, but it's fine with Jack. Data's playing banjo Joe trying to feel the groove. Emotion chip failed, but he's still busting moves. Dr. Crusher's running backwoods clinic. Cure space scurvy with gravy and a biscuit. He'll set phasers to fried with that chicken on stun. O'Brien's got the grill and Jordy's fixing the bun. Q shows up drunk in a camouflage hat, turns a moonshine jug into a warp capacitator vat. Redneck track ain't holding back. Yours got a shotgun posted at the still. Security alert, some Klingons on the hill. Them boys show up, but they ain't looking for war. They just want cornbread and a jam with the boys next door.
I like this one.
Wesley's inventing a war-powered lawnmower. It explodes again. That boy's a shower, not a goer. Picard hollers, make it done. Number one, Rocker moonwalks barefoot, yelling, "This is fun." Troy's reading Picard, says you're anxious and tense. He says I'm in a trailer surrounded by nonsense. But he sips that tea sweet iced and cracks a grin. Says let's boldly go, y'all, again and again. Tractor beams and denim dreams, warping past them fancy Starfleet schemes. It's the next redneckeration. Grab your jug and sing, where redneck logic outranks the captain's bling. It's the next redneckeration, a blundering sensation. Yeehaw!
Yeah. There you go, people.
How long it takes a beginner.
Yeah.
I like that one. I like that
That's pretty
one.
good. They're all pretty decent. Let's get out of there for a minute. Okay, don't like that. Okay, like that. All right. What's that, Grace? There's a few of them. There's a couple more. I didn't play. We didn't do Deep Space Nine, and let's see. We did regular Star Trek. We did Picard, and we did Disco. And something else. No, I think that's all of them. And but there's more than that. I mean, there's definitely Deep Space Nine. There's another one besides that too. Yeah, go check them out. Just type in Star Trek parodies. Yeah, parody. Sorry, not parodies. Yeah, that's a little different, people. But anyway, there's been a lot going on. I'm gonna check. There's been a lot of polls coming out, which we haven't had a chance to get in. We didn't even get into them last night. This is Jay's fault, though, not mine. I told Jay, let's do some polls, man. Jay's like, no, man, I can't do no polls. I'm like Doomsday, we got to do some polls. Doomsday's like, no, man, no polls.
Only
man.
if they have something to do with Doomsday, yeah.
No, man. Well, apparently they got something to do with Doomsday for the Democrats. It's the Democrats are polling really bad right now. I'm gonna go look. I think I got them on my Facebook page in a few minutes. I'll go look and see. But it's they're having, and this little guy on CNN loves this shit. He cracks me up with his polling stuff. Yeah, no way, 100 fucking years, man, no way. You don't use a fuck word, but still, 100 years since we've seen this. Oh, wait, who's hating Trump? No, I don't think you got that right. It's got to be the worst thing to happen to Reuters and poor Yahoo Ipso. Then they know what to do with. Quinnipiac, they're like, oh my God, this guy's honest. What the fuck? Well, CNN's posters in the past weren't like this. Let's just be frank about this. They were, how can I say this politely? Scandalous at best. Yes.
Hey, I have a off the record question here. Sherry says Alberta is trying to go with the U.S. Have we heard anything about that?
We have, but something I forgot. Something a while back that was said. And basically, I think Trump said that Carney, well, not Carney, but the government would have to approve it. He said they would take Alberta, but will Canada let it go is the question. Probably not. Are we going to start a war over Alberta? I don't know. Maybe if we get Alberta and BC, we might say, because that gets us all the way up to the West Coast, which connects us to Alaska, which makes for a nice big territory. Well, it'd make us probably second in territory, John, or real close to second. Canada's currently second. Yeah. Russia's first, and bastards. They own the whole northern hemisphere. I like Putin. I mean, okay, I'm gonna get myself in trouble with this. I like Putin for a lot of reasons. I dislike Putin for him over there getting people killed every day, because he can't achieve what he wants. In other words, Russia is not competition for the United States anymore. The only thing that the United States even worries about Russia for is because they have 5,000 nuclear weapons. Other than that, we're not really concerned about Russia. China is our biggest concern, and in a lot of ways, as long as we stay friends with NATO, we're not even concerned about China. No, because we outnumber China. I don't know. It's like 15-1 when it comes with NATO. It's a ridiculous amount. It's nothing any nation could withstand. The first few waves they might be able to shoot down with their advanced radar, but after that, they would have all been destroyed, and it would just be wave after wave after wave after wave after wave after wave after wave, like a broken record of jets and bombers just laying your country to waste. It would be.
Hey, Sherry.
Yeah.
Sherry said Newfoundland has lots of oil too. And I'm going to ask Sherry this question. Would you want to become with the United States, a Newfoundlander like you? See what she says.
She's gonna say all people in the United States are crazy, man. Look, I've been listening to these Brits that have been these Brits and these Canadians that are coming to live here and hang out and do comparisons against the two countries. America's faring really well in these, man. I mean, they're doing really well.
Oh, Sherry says yes. I'd rather be in the States. We would love to have you, Sherry. Open arms, hon.
Mm-hmm. Well, I hear there's going to be probably next year, if Trump's plans go well and they keep the House and Senate, they're going to probably do a sponsorship deal where people around the world that want to come to the U.S. can be sponsored by a U.S. citizen. Instead of having to pay, $5 million to come live here, they can be sponsored by a U.S. citizen. And they can all help them get jobs and get homes and stuff. It'll be a different way of bringing people in. We want to grow our population. We'd like to be around 500 or 600 million right now. We have the territory to easily handle it and still not put a strain on us. But it's we just don't want the downtrodden. We don't want everybody's trash. We don't want a country because people with trash think like trash. I mean, look at these streets. We get in a war with Russia. How's that going to happen? Or we get in a war with China. How's that going to help us? I mean, people have to think America has enemies. Not everybody loves us. And when Trump's in office, even fewer people love it. But what do you mean, Russia? Russia's not fighting with the United States. Russia's fighting with China. They got a mutual protection back. Yeah. So when we go blow up China, Russia's going to have to get all dick hurt and shoot a missile at us. You know what will be funny? If we get a war with China, we blow the living shit out of them right out the gate. Russia will. They'll launch like one missile at us and it'll miss. And they'll say, well, we did our end. Sorry, China. We don't want to get killed. Sorry about that, buddy. Remember when Iran tolerated when Iran retaliated for when we went and blew up all their nukes. It's same thing. They told us the missiles were coming ahead of time.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, one of the big people said that one of the big military people said, "Oh, fighting Iran will make Iraq look like nothing." Bullshit. Iraq had just kicked Iraq's 1 million man army had just kicked Iran's ass into nothing. They didn't have an air force left. I mean, they had just been beat the shit out of. Matter of fact, if we wouldn't have stepped in at the time and gotten a war with Iraq, they would have probably ended up taking Iran's territory, which would have been better because when we took Iraq, we'd have freed them all. Iran needs to be a free nation. What needs to happen in Iran? The leadership needs to be put in a timeout and let the country decide if they want to be what they are, or do they want to be a democracy? Have a vote. And if they all still want to stay with the Ayatollah, say, okay, well, it's yours, we're out of here. Right now, I don't know, they said they killed a lot of people. There's a lot of rumors on how many people were killed, and I guess we won't know unless we go to war over there. Nobody in America wants to put boots on the ground in Iran. I would personally think we would just go park 2 super carriers over there and just carpet bomb the living shit out of them. Well, I mean, we might drag our allies into it, and our allies might want to get involved. And Britain's not, because we told Britain they didn't even do nothing in the last war. We told them fuck off. It was like, but you know what? He don't like Stama. I hear Stama's in some shit too. Amelia sent me some stuff on that. The leader of the UK, the guy who's over there giving Xi Jinping a blowjob yesterday. Yeah, man. Oh man, there's an AI out right now. There's a picture of Clinton in a hot tub in Epstein's files, right? And so now there's a AI of it, and it's moving, and you see Clinton all laid back, and then you see Obama's head come out from underneath the water.
Oh God.
Oh my.
Yeah. Well, and then of course Trump put out the monkey thing. I don't know what Trump thought he was doing there. It was just that's kind of racist, Trump.
They kind of blamed that on an intern or someone else who was running the page for him, but again, this was taken also out of context. He didn't do it to just Obama and Michelle Obama. He did it to the Obamas. He did it to he made Biden a gorilla eating a banana. Nancy Pelosi was like a warthog, and what's his name? The guy from New Jersey was an elephant. So he made like a Hakuna Matata theme, making him like the Lion King, movie cast with human faces. It was taken down, but then they turned around and sent one out of him as a gorilla, like picking his ass and eating a banana too. So what?
I mean, come on. But I don't think Trump would ever approve that. I don't think he would.
No, he probably wouldn't have.
With you.
I don't know. I've seen some shit Trump's put out there.
No, I don't think so, Joe.
I don't think he would. I think he would have said no about that one.
I think that's one of the things he got caught. Oh no, I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, because you got caught. That's why, motherfucker. That's why you ain't doing it again. Trump has this. He's got that ADD. He'll get going and he'll forget. I watch him on an airplane now. When they let you watch him, he's like, he's like Rubio cracks me because Rubio says he anytime Trump's in the office or doing whatever, he said because Trump doesn't sleep. He's like an alien or something.
He's afraid to close his eyes for fear of being caught sleeping.
So he gets a blanket and goes and gets on one of the couches and pulls it over him and just hides. He said, Trump will go, how you doing, Rubio? You doing okay? You ain't sleeping, are you? This is the free world. He's like, you fucker. JD Vance gets off the easiest. See, that's gonna hurt JD. JD needs to be more active in the government. Just tell me something he's been doing other than sticking his finger in his ass, making babies. He's got another baby on the way. Don't he have enough fucking babies?
This would be his 4th one.
Be fruitful and multiply, Americans.
He's very
religious.
Yeah.
I heard when the opening ceremonies to those Olympics, they had his face on Jumbotron, and everybody was booing him.
Ooh, boo, JD, boo. Yeah, where was he? That's got a lot to do with it. So,
but I do believe NBC, though, to me, I believe NBC did some little bit of editing.
Yeah, they might have
to make it.
So but right now there's a little pissy going on. But if he's getting booed, he needs to get out there and work his image. Say, hey, look, I'm your next president, motherfuckers. Don't boo me. I'll blow your ass off the planet.
He's up in the polls right now, somewhere between 15 and 25% of other candidates that are.
There's 2 polls floating around that show him at 38% and Newsom at 55%. I was like, I said, where'd this poll come from? So I finally tracked one of them down to the Irish something or another. I told him a new asshole. I said, dude, Americans aren't that stupid, my friend.
Yeah.
I said Newsom's not even polling that good in his own state.
No, and
Oh,
he
man.
might even be if he's found guilty of any kind of fraud that he's being investigated under right now. He's going to be in jail. He's not going to be able to go.
Now, wouldn't that be a bitch?
I'll
We have two
believe it,
felons.
Jay, when I see it.
Wouldn't that be a bitch having two felons in office? Back
Trump
to
is
back?
actually actively going after him. So whether we see anything of it, is yet to be seen. But he is under investigation. So is Waltz. So is the mayor of Los Angeles. So is the mayor of Minneapolis.
Look, if Trump keeps on his current path and keeps cleaning up his problems like he's doing, he makes mistakes, but he's cleaning them up. As long as he's doing that, the economy's getting better. Like I said, you can get an 18-pack of eggs down here, large ones, for $3. You can get a 12-pack of eggs for like $1.40. Milk's $2.20 a half a gallon. I don't even think it's that much, like $1.89 a half gallon. Gas is about $1.88 a gallon. I mean, as long as prices keep coming down there, because 2 weeks ago everybody was bitching hard about the economy and his numbers were tanking. I noticed this week his numbers are starting to go up.
Well, yeah, because the numbers weren't falling fast enough for everyone else.
Well, it takes time, and by midterm, prices should be down considerably.
Another couple months, I think we'll turn the corner. Yeah.
He's with the price of diesel falling the way it is, it may even go a little bit faster than that. They didn't expect diesel to fall as fast. I mean, I haven't seen diesel at $2.29 a gallon since I was in my fucking.
I closed
40s,
the window.
man.
I forgot to see what it is here. Let me get that my
It's
runners across. I can't
$2.99
see
where
the
I'm at.
trees.
It's
$2.99
$2.99 where I'm at.
For
That's right
diesel?
on. No, gas. I don't know what diesel is.
It's $2.99 for gas here.
Yeah. I agree, Heidi.
But I'll still at $3, man. I'd be moving $3. Jesus.
There it is.
Oh, dude.
So runners across the street, $2.99 for regular, $3.39 mid-grade, $3.79 premium. Diesel $4.29, and in Maryland, regular is $3.09.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all know what mid-grade actually is? Yeah, I had to go. This was on when I was a manager one time. I had to take a course on this stupid shit. People always think it's a special gasoline because it's mid-grade. It's in between this grade and this grade. It's what they call a splash blend. So when a truck pulls up, because trucks don't carry mid-grade gasoline, go look at one for yourself. They pump in X amount of regular and they pump in X amount of premium, and that's your mid-grade. It's called a splash blend. The first time I heard that, I'm like, what? I'm like, how I know which one I'm getting the most of? Because you're not going to give me more of the premium. You're going to give me more of that cranky ass regular. The first time I heard that was a long time ago too. The first time I heard it, but it's the easiest way for them to do it, and be able to get all the gas out of their trucks. Maximize their loads. Well, sometimes, Jackie, you only have one blend. Depending on the size. Like if you're going to Buc-ee's, each truck is just carrying one type of gas. Yeah. Buc-ee's got 100 pumps. Some got 50, some got 100. Yeah. There's a lot of gasoline there.
On top of that, he's pushing for 15% ethanol in the gasoline, going up from 10. So that's going to make more wear and tear on your vehicles, drawing in more water. So I would recommend anybody who's in a place where you're getting more than 10%, if you're getting any ethanol, really, you should put an ethanol neutralizer into your gas tank at every fill up.
Down here, they give you the option. You can get regular ethanol, 10%, or you can get regular gas without ethanol in it. It's generally about 30 cents more for the gas without ethanol. And I asked the guy one time, I said, why? I said, the ethanol is an additive to the gas. So why would it? I said, that gas should be more expensive.
Yes.
This gas should be cheaper. Oh, but
they want you.
I was like, he said, no, it's because the ethanol is so much cheaper. It's offsetting the price. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
said,
they want you to buy the cheaper shit so that the good stuff it lasts longer. But
what's that, Steve? You see,
but those gas stations with the ethanol free gas, that not all gas stations have it. So
yeah, not all do, and not all give you the option to do either one.
Yeah, and there's always more. It's usually like around here, it's usually $1 or $2 more to get the ethanol free stuff.
What's that, Samantha? You got water dripping out your tailpipe. That's usually normal, unless it's flowing out. That's usually normal. Cars make water for different reasons. Usually, it's
the longer your
just,
car's running, the more water's going to come out of it.
yeah. As long as you're not seeing like a flood or something, like you cracked the head or something. But other than that, no.
Next time, if you're getting the summertime, next time even the next time it's nice out, it's still a little now too cold to be outside. Next time you drive your car for more than an hour, when you get home and stop it, stand outside your car for a few minutes and listen. You'll hear all kinds of shit dripping off and hitting pipes and metal things going.
Yeah. Well, if you got an AC running, a lot of times that's going to
especially
cause
then.
condensation. I haven't been to Maryland in I don't know. About my third trip back to DC, I was in Maryland. So probably 4 years ago. Not a big fan of Maryland.
I'm not either.
Yeah. I'm just
the
not a
blue
fan.
crab. Just the blue crab stuff.
And we got blue crab at the yin yang down here, so I don't need that.
Blue crab are awesome.
And I bet you they don't taste near as good
Yeah,
there as
they
they do down here.
Do they?
They do. They
They
actually
have
do
a
better
lot
in
of
cold water.
soft-shell crabs
Joe.
down in Maryland,
They get
Jay.
meatier and
Jay.
fatter in cold water.
Jay, do they have soft shell crabs down there in Maryland?
Everywhere.
At the beaches, you can get them. Yeah.
They are so good.
Soft shell crab
Oh my
sandwiches
God.
and shit. Yeah, you can get them.
Oh my God, yeah.
Gross.
Eat everything. They are
But
so
the blue
good.
crab, they thrive better in colder water environments, Joe. They just get the meat just gets, I don't know what it is about the cold water, it just makes them tastier.
I doubt that. And more importantly, y'all don't even know what season it is up north. Oh my God, man! We know we boil crabs like we boil crawfish, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we do too.
Them things are fucking delicious. It ain't like that fucking steam shit. That's like steamed clams. I'm like, who the fuck wants to eat?
Yeah, we didn't steam
You know what?
ours. We boiled ours in a big pot.
Steam is for people who are about to die, man. That's what steam
Yeah.
is for. Keep that shit. Man, y'all, the North is really bad about steamed every fucking thing.
We didn't steam ours. When we caught our crabs, we put them in a big pot and just boiled them like a little country boil.
But blue crabs down here are big and fat and juicy because of the amount of food there is in the water down here. They're huge, and there's lots of things for them to eat on. And plus the ones that live in the estuaries, like where I live in the backwaters and all, they have a higher salt content in them. When you cook them, they're really good. James, you can make them with just salt and pepper and water if you want to. You can do whatever you want with the crab. You don't have to boil them with anything. The biggest thing for crab is just like crawfish. You need to purge them. Even shrimp need to be purged. The crabs and crawfish need to be purged properly. And you purge
How
them
do you
until
purge them?
There's a lot of ways to purge them. Usually I'll just put them in an ice chest, fill up the water, move them around a little bit, let them empty out. I'll do it 4 or 5 times until the water's clear. Or sometimes I'll have I got one that has a screen on it, so I can just fill it up with water. And it just rolls the crawfish around and cleans as it goes. It does the same thing with the crabs. And then after about 10 minutes, they're nice and clean. Boy, James, you don't want to taste all that muddy water on them or wherever they've been living.
Yeah, they are bottom feeders, so they're pretty much, living in shit.
So you just, you get them clean, and then after that, once they're clean, you choose what kind of seasonings you want. And
Old Bay season, that's all you need.
Well, we use Zatarain's crab boil. Much better than anything.
Not if you're from Maryland, you would know.
I got Jay. I'll send you some crabs.
Jay, he's messing with you, buddy.
No, I've eaten Old Bay many times. It's just nowhere. It's not even a comparison. They don't even sell it down here because it won't sell. It's
not spicy enough.
Zatarain's. First off, Zatarain's has probably an additional 10 or 12 spices that it's just a whole different platitude of flavors. And the problem is I noticed this. Once you leave about South Carolina and go north, the taste buds dull severely for that part of the country. And it's not a slight. It's just the way everybody was raised. This is old fashioned, still eating like the English used to do back 200 years ago. It's still those same bad habits. And in the South, it's still bad habits. But fortunately for us, it's 19 different cultures cooked 3,000 different ways. And when we do crab in so many ways. It's not just. I mean, boiling. Everybody likes boiling because it's easy. Put your crab boil in there, throw your crabs in, boil them or pick them.
And their shells sometimes will hit, so it sounds like they're screaming, but they're not.
Man. It's why do you cook them? You have to cook them live, James. It's because crawfish and crab, you don't. If they're dead, you don't know how long they've been dead. Seafood can become poisonous really quick.
Almost immediately, yeah.
So it's why they're done live. I stuff crab all the time. Oh yeah, stuffed shrimp, crawfish. Well, actually, we do crawfish etouffee, which is basically stuffed crawfish shell with crawfish meat. Oh, it's delicious. Yeah. I got hooked on one as a kid. My mom used to make them. I used to smell the house up. Like, son of a bitch. No, everybody in my family are great cooks, and 3 of them were chefs, so we all learned how to cook. And then I cooked at the Playboy Club for a while, learned how to cook. Well, I cooked at Drew Track. First, I was parking cars because I was only 15 at Drew Track. And then I started working with Chef Kellogg, with Chef Johan, and then he was the sous chef. And him and a dessert chef used to let me help him out. And Chef Kellogg was the main chef. When he bought his floating restaurant on the North Shore, I was working with him for a while. I used to have a blast. That's the first time I ever ate escargot. I didn't know what the hell it was. It was a little dish, a brown and yellow dish with 8 pieces of meat in it, smelling like garlic and butter. I was like, God, that smells delicious.
That's to hide the nasty taste of the snail.
And so,
Yeah, I agree.
So my boy goes, he says, smells really good, don't it? He's the chef. He goes, Joe, it smells really, really good. You ought to give it a taste. I'm like, okay, so I popped one. And I ate all 8 of them, and they were delicious. But first off, them little bastards are really expensive on the menu. And secondly, he goes, well, you want to know what you ate? I'm like, why? What, with chicken or something, right? He's like, do you want to know what you ate? I was like, not really. Not when you say it like that. I'm like, come on, I'm 16. I want to know at this point. I'm like, no, this don't sound like this is going to be good. I think I was 15, actually. Then because it was snails, I wanted to heave right there, man. I just went, and then he said, Joe, you from the South, right? He said, you eat crawfish and all kind of stuff. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, what's the difference? I said, it's snails, man. Now, I can't eat them at the shell. My dad could eat them at the shell. He'd get them little thongs and he'd soak them in the stuff and pop them out thongs. I couldn't do that. That's his old Spanish Dago Italian being brought up stuff. Yeah, they used to go watch the bullfights. They'd hop on the plane, shoot over to Spain and watch the bullfights go for the running of bulls and stuff. He's got this tons.
You think too, people.
Yeah, they are. I need to get in touch with my sister. We got one of those old these things you look through, and they're little 2 pieces of film about this big on a cardboard cutout. He had thousands of those, man. I used to sit there as a kid just watch, and he was all over the place. He used to go everywhere. Yeah, I forgot what it was. A little card about this long, about this one. You would slip into a little like projector thing and you look through it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. Yeah, that was look, I was a kid. That's a long time ago. Marco. Yeah, we love Marco Rubio here. Yes, he's going to be emperor of the world one day.
Yes.
But the only thing that scares me is one of them short guys. You know, and all the tyrants.
The Napoleon effect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Napoleon effect.
All right. Don't stomp your feet at me, little thing. My dog's gonna stomping her feet at me like, oh, you've been in here too long, Dad. You know.
Who being a diva?
So what's happened is they, you know, I was always working, so they were used to me being gone most of the day. But last year I've been home every day. And they are like getting rotten. I even get out this site they start on me. You hear me in another room. Shit, Fiona's gotten so bad she barks at me to come get her off the bed now.
My place, human.
I was like, this is ridiculous, man. And then when their mom goes and lays down or goes and does something, they're both on me. They're like, daddy, you know, pay attention to us. They'll start chirping at me and shit. Once a yap at them, they'll stop. I got to bring my big one to the vet. She done grew a tit about the size of a damn softball. I mean, a hardball. So I got to see what that is. Anybody out there know, y'all can let me know. Anyway, getting back to other topics, I wanted to go check on those polls so I forgot. So we got another Peace Summit coming up here. Did anyone ever stop and think what would happen if something happened to Trump, Putin, and Zelensky all at one time in a foreign country like Qatar?
Oh my God! Yeah, World War III, I think, would definitely break out if all three of them were assassinated at one time.
First off, before United States could even do anything, Russia would probably lay half of the Middle East to waste.
Yeah,
and I don't even think they would pretend. They would just send a couple of nukes over.
yeah,
and say,
Qatar would be instantly destroyed.
Then what's the U.S. going to say? Well, we can't really blame them, and so on and so forth. It's oh no, because it would change. It would change everything. Yeah, you don't know. At least here we know who's going to take over. Yeah, we know who's going to take over. J.D. Vance, it's his job.
Yeah, it would be him.
But I'm not sure who it is in Russia.
They have a similar procedure, I'm sure, but I don't know what it is.
Well, what was his name? Medvedev or whatever the hell his name was. He was once the president. Yeah, I don't know if he's still number 2 anymore. I think somebody else.
He's not in the government, so I don't think he is.
He was the president for twice.
Right, but he's not a current member of the administration, so I don't think he would. If they held an election, maybe he would try and run, but I don't think he's.
Yeah, because he was VP for Putin for like 3 of his terms. So
not now.
Yeah, I don't know who it is now. I'd have to look it up. That's what I said. I don't know. It's
Hey Google, if Putin was killed, who would take over Russia?
Who's a VP, man? Who's the VP?
The Constitution states that Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin would temporarily.
Yeah, see, he's still there. I knew that was still there.
It's not widely
That's how it's been. That's why Russia's they've been able to do what they want.
Yeah.
Medvedev and him,
hey Google, stop.
They have both been flip-flopping the power back and forth. That's why nobody's been able to get it out of their hand. But what's his face wasn't as bad in the beginning until Putin got back involved. He was dealing with the United States in a different way. And when Putin won, it was like, oh no, he was scared of Putin. He still is. You know what? I'm not even believing that story about the general. Oh yeah, there was a firefight. He shot the general a couple of times, and now we're chasing her across the city. So this is one of Putin's top generals. Allegedly, was attacked by someone from the Ukraine, an attempted assassination. Now I haven't heard anything about. Did they catch him? Did they find him? How did they know he was from the Ukraine? Maybe he was from the UK. Maybe he was from Russia or North Korea. No, Jim, North Korea is using their people and weapons because, one, they want to feel significant about something because everybody thinks they're a fucking joke. And two, it's getting a little population in North Korea now. It might be time to kill off a couple people.
Wait till his sister takes over. That's what I'm afraid of.
Who? Oh, his sister.
Kim Jong-un's sister.
They no women can rule their country. Yeah, the women can't rule in his country. So he better have a son or some other general is going to take over.
Yeah, there will be a power struggle. They're not going to let his sister take over.
Yeah, they don't. Nobody likes her to start off with. Well, they've always said that a female couldn't serve. Hey, look, I'm not from there. How do I know? You couldn't even pay me money to fucking.
Plus, she did serve when he was like laid out or something, wasn't it? Didn't she like take over the control of the government while he was like in the hospital for some reason or whatever?
Yeah, well, they did that on purpose because they wanted him to go to that thing with Trump and him in South Korea, wherever it was. And he was sick, so she went instead of him.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they were scared that if Kim Jong-un went to South Korea that they would take him.
Oh yeah, he would. I probably would have been arrested.
Because what is this general going to do? You're going to start a war? Well, once we got him. You're not getting him back, and you ain't going to fight NATO. So fuck you. What are you going to do? Go cry to China. China ain't going to get in a war over Kim. They'll probably be glad because the next partner that gets it'll probably be like South Korea that makes lots of money and wants to spend lots of money with them. You mean do you think so? You believe that Xi Jinping thinks that we're a threat to him and that we would invade China? So in World War I and World War II, America helped China. And we have never given them a reason since then to make them think that we would invade their country. Not once. Now, the fact that we backed Taiwan because Taiwan's a free island, We should have never let Hong Kong be taken. That was stupid on everybody's part.
That contract
Well,
should have been renewed to England. Yeah, I agree.
Well, the amount of technology got out of it and the amount of money they got out of it was ridiculous. They should have had to actually offset the cost. And then there's COVID. I mean, we should be suing China over COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the whole world ought to, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, to the extent of at least $2 trillion. You know, I mean, this shit shouldn't be allowed to go on. Well, look, whatever you want to say, but nobody thinks anymore that it was an accident. You know, under Biden, it was, oh no, man, and Fauci, oh, it was no, man, it was an accident, man. No, some monkeys shit on some zebras, and the zebras shit on some bats, and some bats shit on some humans, and they got COVID, man. Yeah, bullshit. How's that? And now it seems like they even know how it got out. So the thing of it is, the government knew then that it was. Now the thing of it is,
I'm still not convinced it was an accident. I think they let it out on purpose.
Yeah, well, that's the question. Was it an accident or was it let out on purpose? And how come China, with 1.4 billion people, only 1 million people died, and in America, a shitload of people died? Or wait, it was like only 100,000 died in China. It was. Well, they're after Fauci. They're looking at Fauci now. Fauci thought
Where's
he was
he
clear.
at?
I don't know where he's. I haven't heard about it. He might have left because Fauci thought he was clear, but Trump said he was rescinding all of those pardons.
No, not all. Just the ones where Biden was not present when they were signed, and that there's a certain protocol. You have to fill out a certain kind of paperwork before you use the auto pen, and they did like 248 auto pen pardons were done without the proper, advanced paperwork. So those are not qualifying, and most of them are for his family. As he said in the beginning, he wasn't going to pardon any of his family or his son.
Well, I mean, the only thing I can see him really getting a pretty boy on would be some type of collusion with the enemy, trying to sell American secrets overseas to other countries. They can get him on something like that because there's no statute of limitations. But other than that, he's only been a drug addict, cocaine addict, womanizer. All of that statute of limitations going on. So they're not getting him on any of that shit. So unless they go after something hardcore, I don't know what they're going to do with him. It's like this thing with Hillary and Bill wanting to go public. Oh, well, we want to be this questioning in the public where we can have some theatrics and say, oh, no, that's not how it was. I didn't have that man killed. Oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Shit.
You see, they got the dude from Benghazi.
Yeah, see, they got one of them anyway. That's a plus.
Yeah.
It's now if they just get the bitch that was involved in Benghazi, I'd be real happy.
Well, she's in the country. Her name's Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, that's right. Cunt, bitch, whore. Dean, I can say whatever I want because I used to back Hillary. I thought Hillary, I said, she's going to be the first woman that can really get up there and put her fucking foot right in somebody's nut. I mean, she was doing her job. She was looking good. She took over as whatever it was, what was she doing? State Department? Oh, I forgot the damn name of it.
She was Secretary of State.
Yeah, and she was doing her job, and then she gets drunk one night and lets people die in Benghazi because she was too fucking loaded to get up and answer a phone or direct it to someone who could handle it. So I don't, what are you going to do? She should have went to prison for that. And then after that, she tried to cover up everything after that. And then we don't even get into
prison for a lot of other things too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and we don't want to get into all of how many people's death they think she caused. But people tell me all the time, Trump killed Epstein. I said, let me see, who would have more reason to kill Epstein, Trump or Clinton? Oh, Trump. I'm like, really? Trump ain't been in those swimming
Obama
pools.
Maybe even have more reason.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling y'all that I wish I had that damn clip of Obama and Clinton in the bathtub in the hot tub together. That's just too funny, man. It's It's I shouldn't be like that. I like Obama. Yeah, he tastes like chocolate. No, Gene, you see, that's racist. I didn't say because he was black he tastes like chocolate. Because he has a chocolate bath every day. His words, not mine. Yes. Milk chocolate he bathes in every day.
Really? That's weird.
Yes.
Is that to hide his whiteness?
maybe it's bleeding out. I don't know. It's
That was bad. That was bad.
No,
not entirely untrue though, Sean.
So they used to do buttermilk baths and white milk baths for different reasons. Michael Jackson used to take milk baths.
Michael Jackson used to take baths in straight Clorox bleach.
Gene Lee
There's a pretty
Perea.
interesting article written about him. Not an article, but some type of history where why he built Neverland was to protect the children.
Yes,
that's what he said.
He wasn't a pedophile. He was a child who was never allowed to grow up.
Well, no, and then he was protecting the children by bringing them there. That's why he built it.
That's what he said he did it for.
Well, I mean, what I was saying also is that he also was still a child. I mean, his child was pretty, I mean, he started working at the age of 8 or 6 or 7.
Yeah,
his dad was an asshole. His dad was an asshole.
And his dad was an asshole on top of that and didn't let him play. Yeah. So, I mean, that wasn't just for the kids. It was for him too.
It was all of that was a shame the way he was treated and the whole family was. I mean, they could have
Jiminy
been.
effing Christmas bleach? What the hell? What are you talking about, Heidi? Christmas bleach? Hey, why? What the F? What's Christmas bleach?
Bleach that's in a Christmas.
Oh, okay. She forgot to put the comma back against, I'm lost.
We don't know what they're talking about, John. We're just over here.
I do. Yeah, she forgot to put the comma after Christmas.
Then
she said bleach.
Yeah, we're pleading innocent on this, Jack. Yeah, that's the ticket. Yeah. Where all these things get sent to me while we're on live on here? No, just I was actually looking for something on my Facebook page, and then I got like bombarded by crap on my Facebook page. So let's see. Let's look how cute we are right there. There is this. There's Sean Hazlitt, the Madman. There's a show from earlier today. What is this? Wait, what is this? Okay, let's take a look. Window, delete it, throw it out the window. Yeah.
The hell are you saying? What are you doing?
I have no
Are
idea.
you chanting? What's he chanting?
He's gotten possessed. Here we go. You want that up? There it is.
Footage are sparking a lot of fresh questions about unidentified objects in the sky. So the videos were said to be obtained from military archives and released to the public by investigative journalists Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp. They say both recordings show government-filmed objects that were officially designated as UAPs, unidentified anomalous phenomena, and they weren't meant to be seen by the public. Now, both videos were recorded by MQ-9 Reaper drones, and both show objects making movements that Corbell says defy basic physics. The first video dates back to August of 2012. It's recorded over the Persian Gulf using infrared sensors. It shows three
Put the damn
objects
video up,
moving
let us see it.
in what appears to be a triangular formation, and at one point, one of the objects falls back, and it suddenly accelerates forward again, kind of like in a slingshot motion to rejoin the other two. Weird. The second video, more recent, 2021, recorded during a U.S. drone mission over southern Syria. And in this footage, you have a single object that's tracked by a weapons-grade targeting system. Now, it moves steadily at first, then suddenly changes direction, accelerates out of frame at what analysts describe as extreme speed. There's no visible propulsion. News Nation has not independently verified the authenticity of these videos. The Pentagon has not confirmed them or even commented. But what are we actually seeing in these videos? Nick Pope's here. Investigated UAPs for the UK Ministry of Defense. Nick, good to see you. These the real deal?
Yes, I think so. Jeremy and George, the journalists concerned, have a proven track record of getting authentic Pentagon footage into the public domain. And when you see these sorts of things just move in a straight line at a constant speed, sure, you can say balloons, birds, but as you said in your intro, the Pentagon itself put this into the UAP category, unidentified anomalous phenomena, and that's what we're looking at.
That's funny, Heidi.
Okay, let me ask you the $1 million
That's
question.
funny.
Is this a piece of technology, advanced technology? I mean, we're talking about 2012, we're talking about 2021, or is this something else? Is this from, extraterrestrial?
As much as I'd love to believe that it was extraterrestrial, Occam's razor states that the simplest and most likely explanation is usually the correct one.
Some kind of
These
drones.
were Middle East videos in one of the most crowded areas of sky when it comes to cutting edge aerospace technology, aircraft, drones. The United States has a lot there because the US is there. China and Russia are probably there spying on them. Iran is there too. So my best estimate has got to be this is our own terrestrial tech.
Well, there are sensitive military regions. Could be of interest if it wasn't human made. I mean, but that's the question. Have you seen technology like this that it could do something like this? No propulsion?
Well, we can't tell that much just by looking at the videos themselves.
Electric propulsion do fall.
Behind the scenes, there's probably more analysis that's been done by intelligence community imagery analysts, and that's probably classified. But, there are things flying out there that will not be public knowledge for 10, 15, 20 years after the event. So there's a lot of spooky stuff flying right now.
And it's a good, I think that was a pun, but I like that. But let me ask you a question. Do you think that it wasn't meant for the public to see? Was it not meant for the public to see because of the sensitive military technology? I mean, Jeremy Corbell says the footage came from intelligence archives. You tell me, is that what we're dealing with, that they were concerned that this could compromise us?
Well, I think Jeremy and George are both very careful that they follow the law in this, as are the people concerned who gave them the videos. That being said, I know a lot of people in the military who see these sorts of things and are aware of them, are very frustrated at what they see as the slow pace of UFO, UAP disclosure. And so, Jeremy and George often are a kind of conduit for getting this material out. So let's have a wider debate about it. Let's get Congress looking at it. Let's get other media outlets looking at it. And let's get a kind of brains trust of experts trying to figure out what we're looking at here.
Nick, you are brilliant. I love having you on, but I will tell you, I still think that this could be something else. That's just my take. I could be 100% wrong. We shall see. But I appreciate the conversation, as always. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you're right.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased.
Oh, shut up.
So who's this Nick Pope?
Oh, Nick Pope used to work for the British Intelligence.
Department of Defense, DOD.
And, he said he knew all kind of stuff about aliens. Well, he got called out on it a few times, but eventually he just became a go-to guy for the press because he worked for the DOJ over there and the Department of Defense. And they thought they gave validity, but when you checked into him, he didn't do anything. He was like a clerk.
Oh.
So, I mean, yeah, so, and that's the problem. Ufology is just so it's just more about egos than it is anything else these days. It's a shame because it probably was back then too, but there were a few researchers like Walt Anders and Ted Phillips and all that are legit that really wanted to get to the truth, but most of them were just either looking for some money or looking for a good ego stroke or both. I think that was my biggest disappointment when I finally got into the field and really started meeting everybody and was interviewing everybody and was out lecturing and stuff. I mean, really, I think that was my biggest. It wasn't the fans of the people or the people. They were legit and real. It was just the ufologists were so fucking fakey. I couldn't take it. I don't do well with fakey. I just don't. It's too many of them were lying. And it's hard for me not to call out liars. I actually told.
They also not only do they tend to do that, they exaggerate facts. They introduce facts that haven't been verified, and they tend to all share the same concepts that aren't always the right they're not the right conclusions.
It is just kind of a Jack. It's just kind of. Oh wait, I'm not even on. It's just kind of a sad thing. It shouldn't be like that way in today's world, but it is. Let me see if this is on the screen. What's that saying? That. Oh no, there it is. Here we go. This is how you make America great again.
How? Yes.
Right here. That's how you make America great again. Well, that's what's his face we were just talking about. Well, there it is. The crime family. Make America again. See, they're all in orange jumpsuits, man.
Orange is the new black. Who's that guy at the end?
That's Hunter.
Oh, is it? Okay. Didn't look like him.
Of course,
Look
that's
like a younger
Bill
version,
Gates,
maybe.
Fauci right there. And of course, that's Hillary. That's what's her name, Nancy, and that's Uncle Hunter Biden right there. And there's Joe. And, well, I didn't even see Camilla in there. She all hide to the left and stuff, man. It's wait, can we hear this? You gotta tell me if this plays inside the thing. Nope. Yeah. Oh, come on, really? I know he does make it too easy.
In our eyes, going, give me a break.
I'm rolling my eyes. He just makes it too easy.
Nothing I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you. And we all just sit there rolling our eyes, going, give me a break.
I'm rolling my eyes. He
get it,
just
Brady
makes it
says
too
that,
easy.
man.
Nothing
Get the fuck out of here.
I dislike more than the politician that sits there and lies to you. And we all just sit there rolling our eyes, going, give me a break.
I'm rolling my eyes. He just makes it too easy.
Nothing I dislike more.
Oh, shut up now, but he is gruesome Newsom, man.
He's a piece of work for sure.
He's let me see what else we got on this list. Oh, wait, let's go to Facebook and see. Yeah, let's scroll. What's this? Oh, here you go. This, you see this poll? Y'all can see this poll up there. Is it up there with you?
No. Hang on. Let me get it up there.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, is it the guru? Yeah, the numbers guru guy.
The numbers guru. Now, this is people who favor photo IDs. Now, remember, according to Democrats, it's racist and it's bad, and we should all be hated for doing it. So, white
It's
people,
Jim Crow Part 2, even though they invoked Jim Crow
Yeah.
Part 1.
white people, 85% for it, 82 for Latinos, and 76 for blacks. That sounds like a fucking majority to me by far.
No, absolutely.
Everybody's plus 75, man. I mean, come on.
Even if it was only 51% across the board, that's still a majority.
So with these stats, what they need to start doing is they just need to start calling
So
out.
something, I mean, no.
Shocking CNN poll. Everybody wants voter ID.
Favorite. 82% of Latino, 76% of Black Americans favor it. So the bottom line is this. Voter ID is not controversial in this country. A photo ID to vote is not controversial in this country. It is not controversial by party, and it is not controversial by race. The vast majority of Americans agree with Nicki Minaj that, in fact, you should have a photo ID to be able to vote.
So every time a Democrat now says this, they just need to take this and beat them over the head with it. And say, really? Well, the country doesn't agree with you. Oh, it's unfair to black people. Well, then why does 76% of black people not agree with you? I mean,
And I don't know who it was today. Also said it's unfair to women. It could hurt the 19th Amendment of women's right to vote. How? Don't women have IDs also?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
If they don't, they can get them for free real quick.
Oh, shit. The show and we get ready. Sorry, guys. Grandma's telling a dirty joke. I had to listen for a minute. It's that grandma right there. She was telling a dirty joke. See, I hate this part though because it makes me have to switch screens to listen. I mean, I can listen, but y'all can't. Let's do this again. Okay, Donald. All right. Okay, get rid of that one. That's the only sucky part to this. It used to be you could run it off of one screen, but somebody changed something. I don't know if it's StreamYard or Facebook, but
no idea.
Well, what happens is it switches from Facebook to Newsbreak. So it wants you to go. It wants you to go to news break to listen. Put that up on a screen for me, Jay.
Let's see here. Click. All right, there we go.
It's Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Well, it says Donald.
Yeah, it says Donald. Hold on, just
Donald Rogan.
Just the fact that he would say this. They want to make army tanks all electric. See, you're in the middle of the desert. You say, you know, we're running low on electric. Do they have a charger around anybody? They're chargers. So we want to have nice, clean emissions so that the country that we're blowing to hell is not hurt environmentally. Are these people crazy? It's like, this is what people love about Donald Trump. You'd say this. They want to make army tanks all electric. See, you're in the middle of the desert. You say, you know, we're running.
Uncle Donnie, man.
Gotta love him.
Hey, what is this one? There's so many of these that get posted. I don't know why they're in this format today. Oh, wait. Is this the one? Oh, anyway, this one just says Donald Trump is not a politician. He is a leader. Politicians are a dime a dozen. Leaders are rare. Or I can't actually see what it says, but something along those lines. Jack, well, it's true. I mean, he's not a politician. He would not say half the shit he said if he did. Oh, this is Jack O'Leary. He was going off on this chick the other night. But it ain't gonna let us listen, so screw that. Jesse, Jack O'Leary's from the Shark Tank. He's one of those.
I like
a lot of
him.
money. Yeah,
I like him.
I've seen him on CNN a couple of times now, tearing people's asses up. He ain't scared of them hosts. Is that one of our hosts? That looks like one of our hosts. Oh yeah, that's Tim. Okay, Tim the Tool Man. What is this?
Oops, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, if Trump comes, I won't perform. Trump should just show up just to go, oh, I hate that motherfucker. Girl, I can't believe you use that language. Who is this? Patty LaPone? She's just cursing Trump all over the place.
There's so many people have Trump dementia syndrome. It's not even funny.
Oh yeah, it's to the point where you got to just laugh sometimes. That's fucking shit stupid. Oh, should I waste a minute on that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh man. Oh, Jack, to get all these little stupid ones. So the way Facebook usually works is you can just roll them and scroll them together, but for some reason, it's being it's being a C word. Yes. Is it up there, Jay? Too goofy guy.
Take a look. No, there it is.
Okay.
Shut the f up. That is hilarious.
You have time to work with 7 kids. I don't work. My kids are on disability. They have ADD. What's that? All different daddies?
Oh man.
Oh, I couldn't help it, man.
Oh my God.
You gotta love him for that one, man. You got.
Oh my God, that was good.
They get some good ones out there. Jimmy. Well, I always forget. So a lot of these for last night's show, but I completely forgot about them. And Jay never reminds me because he's just like that. Actually, Jay didn't even know I had them.
No, I had no idea. They weren't in the queue.
Yeah, I just stocked these up from when we're doing stuff and like shows like tonight. What is this? Overwhelming what? Inflatable evidence. The Russians want to kiss our what? No, man. The Russians ain't kissing nothing on me. Get the fuck out of here. Perverts. No, Jack, we've been looking for that fucking little clip for a good chunk of the show. It used to be everywhere. You just type in laser shooting at UFO or STS 48 or this, that, or that.
STS 48. You should be able to find it. Yeah.
What do you mean it's STS 121? No, I mean I know there's. Nate, you know what? You just irritate me. Yes, you are. STS missions UFOs seen. No, fuck you. How's that? We'll see what the internet's got to say about it. UFO caught by shuttle STS 48 1919. U.S. target is shot by some ground-based weapon. That's supposed to be it, and this might be the one. Hold on. Somebody's just fucking altered this, man. Oh no, there it is. There it is. So they've. Well, this is just cheeseball. Okay, stop thing. Shut up. Okay, stay like that. All right, where is the screen at? Now this is the damn thing. Hold on. It looks like the lighting's been changed a little bit. The speed's been changed a little bit.
First of all,
we're gonna go back to that in a second. Now people are gonna probably run this more than once. It's only 25 seconds, but. And it's from a different angle.
Here comes the flash. All the way at the top left of your screen, there's the flash.
And there's
it moves. Here
that's
comes the
fitting out
laser
that
beam.
way.
That.
Yeah. And where's the laser that should have been coming?
It already went. You missed it.
Okay.
It's blurred out because they slowed it down. It's blurred out.
This is actually seen from a different angle than the original one. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is done intentionally.
Well, the original is a much wider field. They had to actually zoom in on that area to get the actual footage most people see.
There's change in direction. Up there it went. Damn, I didn't get it quite fast enough. You seen it go by right here. There's whatever that is right there.
Starting to jet off.
Yeah, it's just that's too small that way. Let me put it back up. Yeah, let's see. Where is the
First of all, I'd like to say
Hey,
no
hey,
one
hey,
is
what is
illegal
this?
on stolen land.
Let me get it straight. You live in gated communities with walls and high security on a multi-million-dollar property, right? And do you think that if someone trespassed onto that multi-million-dollar property, do you think you just wouldn't call the cops? Because nobody is illegal on stolen land.
What are you talking about? If someone trespasses, you deal with it through the law.
See, you would call the cops because you understand borders real quick when it comes to your own home. These celebrities don't have to worry.
No, whatever. Okay. There goes changing direction. So there it is right there. You see the flash. Now, the flash is supposed to be one of the jets on the ship firing, right?
Yeah, and if that happened, then the attitude of the camera would have moved as well.
So it was like
Good
it
night,
just
Sherry.
fired.
Thank you for stopping in. See
Good
you
night,
tomorrow.
Cherie. Okay, let's see. So we know it's right there. Let's put this over here. There it goes again. Again. Get ready to cross the equator again. There it goes, starting to stretch. There it is. You can still see the line right there. And there it is.
Particle
right there.
beam energy weapon.
Not even fucking close. No, that's in space, guys. I imagine the distance there is quite considerable. Mm-hmm. Then there's other stuff like this. I mean, there's other.
First of all, I'd like.
Whoops, sorry. Uh-oh.
It's okay. Come here. Oh my God, just
Beat him on his face. That's a hound dog.
Hey, buddy. Yes.
identify myself.
Okay.
Bill Maher might lose his liberal credentials after this one.
Memo to Democrats, if you ever want to win an election again, the absolute most important first step is stop doing this.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. Either give the land back or shut the up.
Bill Maher might lose his liberal credentials after this one.
Memo to Democrats, if you ever
Yeah,
want
we
to
love it.
I like these.
Okay. Oh, what was that? Holy shit. Damn, they got some fish there for him.
It was AI.
Wow.
London was crazy. Not even our jet. Oh shit.
What could I do? There was no help from you.
Look at this.
Sound of the drums. Ringing in my heart. The thunder of guns. Tear me apart.
White storms.
The Demtards.
I don't know if that's what we watch.
I can't wait till this retard's term is done.
Oh, this brother-loving bitch.
Tim, it's Ilhan.
Hey, Ilhan.
Did you get 1 hour paid protesters to agree to the staged attack? I really need this to distract from the winery shit.
Yeah, we got one off the Soros payroll, a guy named Anthony something. I will meet you in the safe room in the Learning Center basement tomorrow.
He means Leering Center.
Tim, we need to go after Kristi Noem next. We already got Bovino to go with our paid protesters.
Whatever the Somalis want. I don't want them mad at me.
Can you believe we got all the major media to come to this dump? The basement of the Leering Center.
You gotta have faith. Are you ready to make the attack look real? It's gotta be convincing. Yeah, I am ready. Just need to take my insulin first. All right, all set. Good. Let's do this.
Tampon Tim better get this set up right with Anthony. This needs to be big to cover up the winery fraud shit.
Gavin sent the only bottle that was ever made, straight from Moneyland. I mean Motherland. Can we have a drink? Don't tell Ilhan. She probably wants to save this bottle. That shit tastes like apple cider vinegar.
Tim is paying Anthony now. The plan's in motion.
I will pay you double. Instead of water, squirt this piss wine on her. Hell yeah.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem must resign or face impeachment.
Take this, you fraud!
Stop him! This fucking asshole is not gonna get away with this. Let's continue.
This is an example of distraction ploy with a slight twist of sympathy. All fake bullshit. Like
Powerball and Mega Millions will try to put me in jail for saying that.
Nope.
Doctor, I shall be resigning my commission immediately, of course.
Spock,
So I would appreciate your making the final arrangements. Spock, Doctor, please, let me finish. There can be no excuse for the crime of which I'm guilty. I intend to offer no defense. Furthermore, I shall order Mr. Scott to take immediate command of this vessel.
Don't you think you better check with me first?
Captain.
Jim!
Jim!
Get back at the controls, back.
Here, let's get this guy first. There we go, and 150 attack. Perfect. Here, we'll clear out some of the enemies a little bit, get some more units. There we go.
Attention, please. Attention. If you're a crazy, liberal, ugly woman, otherwise known as Crazy Karens, please go back home and annoy your husbands instead of our beautiful ICE officers.
If anybody ever invaded America, the biggest issue would be our government trying to convince rednecks to not taxidermy the invaders.
It's funny they sent rednecks to war in the Pacific and they did things like this.
Y'all ever seen a Chinese jackalope?
The parachutes start falling and the town just gets over like the tornado siren loudspeakers telling everybody the bag limit. You're only allowed 4. We need enough to go around. If anybody ever invaded America, the biggest issue.
Shit.
Oh, no, not again.
Oh, they caught him.
Howdy, California.
All right, we gotta get out of here, people.
Look at this kitty cat. That's why you don't ever mess with a junkyard dog.
Where shit go, man? Everything is left.
What's he doing? Did he get stuck in there or something?
Oh, you got something out.
Got a rat.
Okay, dog, rat or not, your ass is in trouble.
We had dozens of deaths where you didn't say shit. Nothing you said matters. Every single
Welcome
thing,
back, Greg.
No, everything you said does not matter.
It does to millions of
it doesn't. Because everything you mentioned are the consequences of the.
what
You
we
can
get.
go ahead and scoff. How did we get here? Pull back. How did we get here? An open border that let millions in, and you guys didn't give 2 Alex. Here's 3 pages.
15 countries in the Middle East, including Gaza, have laws that require women to obey their husband. Laws, not just Harrison Butker's opinion. And those societies also have guardianship laws, which means a woman needs permission from her husband to work, to travel, to leave the house, to go to school, to get medical attention.
Right,
Nothing?
man.
Honor killing, where women are murdered by their own fathers and or brothers, happen so frequently they can't even have an accurate account of how many. In 59 countries, there are no laws against sexual harassment in the workplace, and many have no laws against domestic violence or spousal rape. 20 countries have marry your rapist laws. Multiple societies have laws about what jobs women can and can't do. Make a
Stop lying about the Somali daycare. We have proof the owner was open. His hours are 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Wait, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.? Are you sure about that number?
Yes, stop attacking him. You just think he's the wrong guy because you think all Somalis look the same. You racist.
Well, to be fair, when you people marry your cousins, the gene pool gets a little shallow. Faces tend to recycle themselves.
Ugh, you are disgusting. Anyway, the hours are 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is on the record.
Congratulations. You just confessed to a federal crime.
What?
Minnesota state law requires daycares receiving that specific funding to be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. By admitting he opens at 2 p.m., you just proved he is committing fraud.
That's fake news. You don't know anything. Do you even know who my father is?
Yeah, your uncle.
Huh? Stop lying about the Somali.
Time to go, guys.
That's so
Time
bad.
to go.
Holy shit. Look at this shit. Look at him so fucking tired. I ain't no Russia, I don't know why it was good. There's idiots like that working for us.
Hey guys, I gotta bail. I gotta work.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm getting out of here.
Really early. I'll catch you later.
Yes,
All
man.
right. Good night, Greg.
See you, Sean.
Good night. Good night.
Okay.
This one definitely upset a few people.
When you play your concerts, do you ever see any?
All right, we're out of there, people. All right.
All right.
Sorry, people carried away there. What you doing tomorrow? You got to work like a dog, or you off, huh?
No, I'm working. I work 10 to 6 tomorrow, but I will have a show on tomorrow night. It's an open discussion because the Super Bowl's on. So whatever we want to talk about.
So the Super Bowl today and Mardi Gras next week. All right. It's a busy
Mardi
time.
Gras coming up.
I think it's the 17th, I believe.
17th, right after Ash Wednesday, right?
Yeah, it's Fat Tuesday. Yeah, it's right before.
Okay.
It's the last day, people.
Good night, Heidi.
That's why it's called Fat Tuesday, so people like Heidi can just pig out and have orgies and eat chocolate and just do all kind of shit. And then it's Ash Wednesday. You have to behave yourself again. Yes.
For what, 6 weeks, right?
Yeah, no eating meat on Fridays. That does not work for Daddy, but that's when I become another religion for those 6 weeks.
Well, you know what, dude? On Good Friday, I do eat fish. That's the only, you know what I mean? I don't eat meat.
Well, I mean, down here, it's kind of weird. So Monday through Friday for most people. So Mondays like red beans and rice. Tuesdays like spaghetti and meatballs. Wednesdays usually some kind of good po' boy. Thursdays like usually either fried chicken or pork chops and white beans or something. And then Friday's always seafood. So for us, it's not so much a big change. It's just part of every day. And we eat a lot of seafood, you know. Matter of fact, maybe some fried stuffed shrimp tomorrow. It's
sounds good.
Jamie, no, anytime. No, look, we're actually looking for a female host for this show and for the Friday night show. It's hard, y'all. Now, females are so delicate, man. It's just hard. Well, because we can be some rude SOBs some nights.
Yes, we can.
No, I mean
seafood gumbo. Yep, red beans and rice.
Ooh, seafood gumbos are always good. I eat gumbo anytime. I don't get it. I prefer chicken andouille, but I'll eat seafood gumbo. So true seafood gumbo, not that bullshit where they throw some shrimp in. Oh, that's seafood gumbo. Bullshit. Real seafood gumbo is going to have a couple of seafoods in one. There can be some oysters in there. There can be some shrimps in there. There's going to be at least a quarter of a crab in there. Yeah, they always break off a quarter of the crab and stuff it in there so you can mix it around and suck on a crab, get the meat and all the juices with it. And every now and then they'll throw in like a scallop or something. Yeah, at least that's true seafood gumbo to us. And then there's some people like okra in their gumbo. Okra makes it a little slimy.
I'm not a big okra fan.
Yeah, I'm not a big okra. I'll eat fried okra now, but I don't want it in my gumbo. And then there's tomato versus no tomato in gumbo. Okay, tomatoes have no place in gumbo. There's other stuff for tomatoes. We have etouffees and Creole this and Creole that. All that has tomato in it. But gumbo is supposed to be more of a brown, and it's not supposed to be a real thick. You know, it's not. It's just a little bit thicker than regular soup, but not much. It's just got a lot of things.
Do you put that over the rice, or do you put the rice in the gumbo?
Actually, we'll cook the rice and then. Because not everybody even wants. A lot of people down here will have a piece of French bread, and that's what they'll be eating when they don't want the rice. So they always cook rice on the side, and I'll usually get like a half a scoop of rice, and usually a piece or two of garlic bread, and I'll just soak up the stuff with that, nice real French bread, not that soft shit. But Jack, we got to go because we're into what's his name's time now. But French bread's a weird beast. Like Oppenheimer's and stuff like that. So they make these loaves. They get a little harder outside. You can steam them, heat them, they'll get soft again. But people down here like a little crunch in their bread, in their po' boy bread, and their stuff they're going to eat like red beans and rice with, or gumbo with, or any of that stuff. They like a little crunch to the bread. And it's got a little different taste. And then you've got soft French bread, which is just always soft. It's I don't know. It's okay, but it's
They're
not
called baguettes, buddy. They're baguettes. The
Well,
hard,
these are
hard French bread.
we get those too, but those we get a kind of baguettes down here that you can throw in the oven and heat them up, and they'll get okay. But that's a little thicker than what we want down here because we like a little crunch. But the skin on the bread on French bread is, man, it's like the little thinness of 2 hairs or something. So it's real nice,
wow.
soft and airy on the inside and crunchy on the outside. Everything is unique down here, Christopher. Yeah, I didn't realize that. I took it. No, we're gonna go, but I didn't realize how unique this city was until I started traveling. I should say how unique the food was. It's got a unique attitude and a unique food. I heard a lot of times when I'm traveling because if I'm eating out and all, man, even shit like Popeyes tastes different. I didn't know.
I bet.
Well, Popeyes by rule has a different recipe for each state they're in. Because first time I ate spicy chicken, I just gotten out of boot camp in San Diego. I was craving spicy chicken. I just craved it. It'd been 3 months since I had even eaten any good chicken. So I was like, a friend of mine said, well, there's a Popeyes down here. I'm like, really? California? He's like, yeah, well, shit, I'm going. So I get over there, I walk in, I'm in uniform, I order my spicy chicken. I was like, all right, got a 4-piece, went and sat down. I'm a pig out. I'll crunch down into the leg. Crust is good. I'm like, no bite. I see a little orange in it. Get in the breast. I'm like, so I walk up to her. I said, sweet, I ordered spicy that much. She said, that is spicy. And I looked at her, and the manager said something wrong. I said, I ordered spicy chicken. He said, you got the spicy, and you can tell by the color of the crust. I'm like, really? And he said, why? Yes. And I said, because I'm from New Orleans, and this ain't spicy chicken. This is, I don't know what this is, but I said, this wouldn't even pass for mild chicken where I'm from. And he's like, he started laughing. He said, because you're from New Orleans, and San Diego and LA they have a different recipe for their spicy chicken. He said, your spicy chicken in New Orleans is unpalatable in places like this. They can't eat it. It's too hot. I was like, what?
Wow.
I'm like, get out of here. I'm like, because it's not that
Well, you
hot.
know what? Real quick before we go here, my brother likes spicy Chinese food. Okay, and so he'll go to a Chinese restaurant, and he'll ask for spicy whatever, and he will tell them, make it spicy like a 10. You know what I mean? And they really make it hot. Because up in Pittsburgh, you have to tell them how hot you want it. You give them a number between 1 and 10. And my brother usually gives them 9 and a 10.
That makes sense. They that's where for the small town I live in right now, there are like 4 Chinese restaurants, 5 Mexican restaurants, and a Taco Bell. I'm kind of like, get out of here, man. And the Mexican food's not bad. I mean, it's more authentic Mexican than it is commercial Mexican, so it's a little different.
Right.
It's they make good food, but it's getting a little expensive now. Clara Jane, we got to go. Well, I'll give you one question, and we got to go. We're like 14 minutes past. Oh no, indeed not. You're asking me about Trump and his affairs and how he's going to spend his next year. You keep that for next Friday or next Saturday. Not today. That's an hour question and discussion. But on that note, we're going to get out of here, guys. Because I want to thank everyone for tuning in to United Public Radio. I hope you enjoyed.
Good night, everybody.
This is the chat. That is, of course, Sean Kelly. No relation to that asshole Kelly that's going to get kicked out of the Senate. But Mark Kelly, you don't remember Mark Kelly, guys? Anyway, he's on Into the Night. You can catch him on Tuesdays and Sundays. Sunday's poll night, so you might want to catch him on Sunday. He pole dances on Sunday. He don't do that on Tuesday, but he does that on Sunday, so you might want to catch him. That's tomorrow.
Good night, honey.
What do you say?
Yeah. It's a Super Bowl special.
Oh, man, they're calling to boycott. You might have more listeners. more viewers.
No.
That's right. People boycott the Super Bowl. Boycott the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. Yeah, that's what you're saying. Boycott the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny bites big weenies. I don't even know who the guy is. Somebody asked me the other day if I want to get in an argument about it. I don't even know who the fuck he is. I don't. I can honestly say I've not even heard one of his songs.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're an old white guy. You just don't hear that kind of shit.
Nope.
No, I wouldn't even cash in on it. But I had seen the NFL take a poll, and like 55% of their players said he shouldn't have said anything political if he's doing a halftime show. Yeah, so that pissed off a lot of people. The Kaepernick syndrome, as I like to call it. I don't watch football anymore. Football, I didn't realize it, but I was about 15, 16 years ago. I realized that it was pretty much either rigged or mostly rigged.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. You know, it was now that's gotten kind of blatant with no calls and preferences for teams, and this guy deflated the ball so he could catch better and didn't get in any trouble. I mean, and then we had one team that stole the playbooks for all the teams they played for those 3 seasons and went to the Super Bowl all 3 seasons. The only reason they lost last season is because the New York Giants threw out the playbook and beat the undefeated New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's right. That's cheaters. No, they were busted cheating. No, they were busted outright. They had to pay fines and all kinds of shit. They should have lost all 3 of those Super Bowls. Well, I mean, New England took 2 of them from them, but still, I mean, not New England, the Giants. The Giants beat New England twice. They were their Achilles heel. Yeah, the Giants just knew how to beat them. And little Peyton Manning, no less. Eli. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm sorry, it was Eli. It's one thing Eli will always have to say. He beat the undefeated New England Patriots in the Super Bowl in front of the world. Just poof, and you were done.
All right, everybody, we got to go.
Yes, we do. Y'all be sure to check out Sean Hazlitt's on right now. You'll go see what he's got to say. There's no telling what he's talking about. He talks about all kind of crazy topics and fun topics. So I'll be sure to check him out. On that note, we're going to get out of here. I'll be back Wednesday with Jay. We'll be into a couple of different things. If you got any moans, groans, bitches, right? Of course, you can write to Michelle Doroshi. But if you got any particular guests you'd like to hear on the shows, on any shows, drop me a letter at iCarcox.net, and we'll see what we can do. On that note, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Everybody.